Hey there, Cammy. Are you home right now? If you are, go and check your mailbox right now. I think if you go and do that you'll be in for a really nice surprise. Wait a second. What the heck is this? Is this a wedding invitation? Did you send me a wedding invitation? Ding, ding, ding! That's right! Harold and I are going to get married. I told you that it was going to be an amazing surprise, right? Well, it certainly is an amazingly bad piece of news, that's for sure. You realize I'm just going to throw this in the garbage, don't you? Wait, what? Oh, come on. Don't you want to be there for your twin sister's wedding? You wouldn't really do something so horrible, would you? Don't you even have a single kind word for your sister finally getting engaged? What are you talking about, Tammy? Do you really think I'm going to celebrate you getting married to my ex? You know that all this does is make me angry, right? Oh no, really? I had no idea it would upset you that much. I mean, it's already been 2 years since I stole Harold from you. Are you really still that upset about it? You really need to learn to just let things go, do you know that? Even though we're twins, you and I are really nothing alike at all in some ways. You're right, I'm not like you. I would never try and steal your own boyfriend from you. I would never try and have an affair with anyone I knew who was in a relationship for that matter. And I would certainly never send a wedding invitation to the girl whose man I stole in the first place. Well, it's not like I wasn't going to send my sister an invitation to my wedding, but just think about it. Besides, we're twins. What's yours has always been mine, right? Anyways, you just need to get over yourself and come to my wedding. Who knows? You might even meet someone special there. Wouldn't that be something?
Hey there, Cammy. I guess you heard the news about Tammy and I getting married, right? So sorry things couldn't work out between the two of us, but I guess that's just the way the world works sometimes.
Are you kidding me? Now I have to deal with you too?
Well, your sister was already telling me about how you're still holding our relationship against us. I just didn't realize that you still had all those feelings for me. I just think it's funny that you're still in love with me after all this time.
You are really out of your mind if you think that I have even an ounce of feelings left for you, Harold. I mean, you really think I care at all for the man who left me for my own twin sister? I hope the two of you have a terrible life together.
I can tell that you still like me by how upset you're getting at me over this. This just proves that you still have feelings for me. Honestly, it's kind of cute. You're always cute when you're upset with me.
Excuse me? You are such a condescending jerk. Do you know that?
I don't know. I thought you'd be happy that I was with your sister. Shows that I really was always attracted to you. It's just that your sister has the better personality than you, so it was kind of just like upgrading to a better model. Like you would do with a cell phone. But your sister really does just run circles around you in the personality department. And thankfully, she's just as cute as you, but with a better sense of style and fashion.
I do not want to be compared to my sister by you ever again. I mean, did you seriously just compare us both to buying a new phone? Who says stuff like that? But whatever, if you two love each other and want to get married, then far be it from me to stop you two.
I just can't get over how people who look so similar can end up so completely different, you know? I mean, your sister Tammy is pretty and accomplished and just all around a really lovely person. But you, on the other hand, well, you don't have any friends. I was your first boyfriend, and you let me get stolen away from you. You really should have seen this coming, you know.
I don't care one bit about your thoughts on what happened between us. The fact of the matter is that I wasn't even talking to my sister until she sent the wedding invitation. And if you two are going to get married, then I don't see any reason why we should be talking anymore, too. I never want to see either of you again.
Okay, fine. You don't ever have to see us again, but can you at least come to the wedding? I mean, you can think of it as a final farewell to us, so just hurry up and give us your RSVP. We already have the best seat in the house arranged for you, so you can't miss it.
Hello there. I'm terribly sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I'm Harold's mother, Donna. I just wanted to make sure that I was speaking to Tammy's twin sister, Cammy, correct? Yes, this is Cammy, but may I ask what this might be about? Well, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about regarding your sister, and I was hoping we'd be able to meet in person to talk. Yes, I suppose we could do that, but do you mind if I ask what all of this is about? There's some things I'd like to know about your sister, if it's all right with you. For example, I was wondering if she might have done anything bad to you. Maybe something that might lead you to hold a grudge against her? I'm sorry, but I think we're going to have to start this topic all the way from the very start. What is all of this about? Oh, you're right. Where are my manners? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude and pry right out of the gate. It's just that, well, I'm just nervous about my son marrying your sister, but I didn't want to go to your parents about this, so that's why I thought to reach out to you instead. Well, I really don't know what there is to say about my sister. She's a cheery girl with lots of friends. What problem could you have with someone like that? The thing is that I got an anonymous letter in the mail, and they were warning me about having my son marry your sister. You're kidding me. Someone has been leaving you letters warning you about Tammy? That's right, and this didn't just happen once. I've gotten maybe 5 letters with similar warnings in them. 5 whole letters? I can't believe it. And you have no idea who they're from? I don't, but my curiosity is piqued and I have to know more about my future daughter-in-law. So please, if there's anything you think I should know about her, please tell me. I have to know. Well, if you're really serious about this, then okay. I can tell you some things, but some of this might come as a shock. The truth is that Tammy actually stole Harold away from me. We used to go out until my sister came along and ruined it. You mean your own twin sister stole my son away from you? I had no idea that he was even with you. Well, it's true, and all of this happened about 2 years ago. That's when Harold and I broke up. Wait a second, I'm really confused by all of this. Why in the world would your sister and my son go along with doing that? I was shocked myself. Harold and I had been together 5 years before he left me. You two had been together for 5 years? Then what was it that finally made Harold want to leave you for your sister? In fact, now that you say that, Harold told me that he had been going out with Tammy for 7 years. I asked where the two of them met and they said it was 7 years ago at college. They told me about how they fell in love and decided early on that they wanted to get married. He even showed me pictures of the two of them from back then. Well, then it sounds to me like Harold is saying that he was with my sister while he was with me. And if he showed you pictures of him and my sister from back then, it's more likely that it was really Harold and I instead. But this doesn't make any sense. How could this be? Because we're twins. Does this really not make any sense to you? My sister is my identical twin. And you mean to tell me that you two are actually that identical? Oh, that's incredible. Well, we're only identical in looks, let me tell you that. I can't believe that Harold would pass off our photos as if they were with my sister instead. All to pretend that they were together for far longer than they really were? I don't believe it. So, they're both lying about their relationship with each other, when the fact is that 5 of the years they say they've been together for was really with you? I can't believe that my son would just trade you out for your sister like that. Well, it seems to be what's happened, and I think I might have an idea of who was leaving those letters in your mailbox. After all, they're quite proud of what they did to me and brag about it to their friends often. But I think they don't realize that a lot of their friends really aren't impressed by that at all. Anyways, please let me take this chance to apologize for my sister's actions. Oh dear, you don't have anything to apologize for at all. If anything, I'm sorry for bringing all of this up all of a sudden. And I just feel awful now that I know what my son's been putting you through. I had no idea he was capable of being so horrible. Well, it's all over now, so I really don't mind. I don't even care that the two of them are going to be getting married. I just hope I never have to deal with them again. So please understand that if you don't see me at family events, that's why. Of course! Oh, that makes perfect sense to me. I wouldn't want to be around people that did that to me either. In fact, I'm of half a mind to skip going to their wedding as well. But anyways, I'll have to have a little chat with my husband about all of this now that I know the truth. Thank you so much for talking to me about this, and once again, I really am sorry for my son's behavior. Oh, wow, I don't believe it. You really showed up to the wedding? Oh man, this is so sad and funny. I'm not sure whether I should be laughing or crying. What are you talking about? You were the one that invited me in the first place. I'm here, and now you're acting as if I'm somewhere I don't belong? I know I invited you, but it was obviously a joke. Don't you get that? I didn't think that you'd actually show your face around here. Oh man, I just texted Harold and he said that he's cracking up. It's so funny it hurts. Oh man, this is great. Okay, well, that was really funny, but you can turn around and go home now. Excuse me? Now you want me to just leave and go back home? Yeah, I mean, you didn't actually think that we had a place saved for you, right? It was all just a prank and you walked right into it. I don't believe you. What is the matter with you? Oh, come on. Did you really think we were serious? Why in the world would we want someone like you at our wedding? The answer is we don't. So just turn around and don't come back. You two really are just horrible. Do you know that? I mean, first you steal your own sister's boyfriend, then you have the gall to invite her to your wedding, and now you turn her away when she actually shows up? I only came here as a way of saying goodbye to the two of you. Great, and now we've said it. Now why don't you run along, okay? The wedding is about to start and we don't want you ruining the atmosphere. You mean you think that anyone else is actually going to show up to this? What is that supposed to mean? I mean that I'm the only person who was invited to this wedding. Are you sure you want your only guest to go home? I can't imagine it'll be a happy wedding for you two if I did. What in the world are you talking about now? Are you even reading what you're typing? All the guests are on their way as we speak. We sent out over 200 invitations and you're saying no one is going to come? That's exactly what I'm saying. You rented out this whole space, but no one is going to come. And just what makes you so sure that you'd keep repeating that, huh? If you don't believe what I'm saying, then just look around you. But anyways, I can see where I'm not wanted. Enjoy your lonely, empty wedding. What the heck is going on here, huh? What kind of game are you trying to play here? No one has shown up, and none of my friends are here yet. I told you that nobody would be coming to your wedding already, didn't I? After all, who would want to celebrate the marriage of a couple of haters like you anyway? What do you mean? I still don't understand. Is it really that hard for you to wrap your head around? You've been bragging to everyone about how you're going to marry the man you stole from your sister. Well, everyone who knew that that was what your wedding was celebrating was disgusted by that fact. So that's why no one is going to show up to your wedding. You have no idea what you're talking about at all. Everyone laughed when we told those stories. And they all congratulated me when I told them Harold and I were getting married. Are you sure they weren't just trying to change the subject as quickly as possible? Or that they were just fed up with you two and wanted to end the conversation as soon as they could? No, that can't be right. They all said congrats. They were all happy for me. That's why I invited them all to the wedding. And have you gotten responses from anyone since then? Has anyone shown up to the wedding at all? Well, Harold and I just figured that everyone was really busy with work, and that's why no one has shown up yet. But then not answering doesn't mean that they're not going to show up to my wedding, right? Well, how's it looking over there for you right now? But, I mean, it's not just my friends who aren't here. Both our parents aren't here either. What is going on? What did you tell our parents? I didn't have to tell them anything besides what you and Harold did. Or how you lied about how long you were together to his mom. Everything that's going on there today is entirely your fault. Do you realize that? Wait a second. What do you mean, Harold's mom? Are you telling me that you went and talked to her too? No, she came and talked to me. She has some concerns over you two getting married. She came to me asking about you, and I told her how you and Harold ended up together in the first place. You what? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you? You can't be mad at me for telling someone what you were already bragging to all your friends about. Now, if Harold's mom wanted to spread the truth to her friends and family and tell them why they shouldn't go to your wedding, that's up to her. But we sunk so much money into this wedding. We were hoping to get a bunch of money from people as gifts. What are Harold and I supposed to do? That really is none of my business, but it sounds to me like you two are getting the exact wedding that you deserve. So be happy that you two have each other and figure out what you're going to do next. Just leave me out of it and never talk to me again. I heard through the grapevine later that even those that did show up to Harold and Tammy's wedding didn't even bring gifts. Meanwhile, the wedding itself ended up costing the two of them about $30,000 that they had to put down on credit. With no real plan of how to pay it back, the two of them had to take out a big loan to afford the event. They tried asking their parents for help, but no one was willing to lend them even a cent. All their friends had cut the newlywed couple off too. They were truly alone. After that, I heard from Donna that the two of them ended up moving to a new state to try and start their lives over. After realizing they had no friends or family in their corner, even their coworkers began to whisper rumors about how they had gotten together and what had happened at their wedding. Ultimately, the two of them couldn't stand the embarrassment, so they quit their jobs, packed up their lives, and left. I have no idea what happened to the large debt they racked up, but I'm sure they're still working hard to pay it all off. That was really the last news I heard about them, though. I have no idea where they live or what they're doing for work these days, and quite frankly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. I wanted to go to their wedding because I still, for whatever reason, respected those two enough to want to say a proper goodbye, but what I got instead was so much better than anything I could have imagined. What made me so happy about this crazy episode of my life, however, was that it was through common courtesy and sympathy of others that all of this befell Harold and my sister. It gave me joy to know that people heard the way that those two talked about their relationship and that it was enough to alienate themselves from all their close friends and loved ones. I really didn't even have to lift a finger to get a revenge that I wasn't even seeking.
Hey, how much do we spend on eating in a month?
You never cared about the food expenses. Why the sudden interest?
It came up when my colleagues and I were having small talk. So, how much?
Depends on the month, but around $420.
420? That's too much. Make it less from this month.
That's impossible. I'm already trying to manage it as I possibly can.
My colleagues spend way less than us. Why can she do it and you can't?
How should I know? Why don't you ask her how she's managing it? And what she cooks for herself daily, then I do as you say.
Fine, I'll get the details. Follow them.
All right, but still, why all of a sudden? Even if the subject was brought up, forcing me to cut costs, did someone put you up to it?
We're thinking of having a second child, yes?
Yeah. Maya will be off to school in a few, and she wants a brother or sister.
Right, not only for her. Before we were married, we agreed on having kids. But with kids comes money, and we were short on savings.
We've managed so far, and we have quite a large sum now. I've been saving where I can here now. You've been working hard for us too.
But it's still not enough. What if something happens?
If you say so.
It's your job to manage the accounts, since you're not working. Sarah, how much did you spend on food last month? Is it down to around $70?
$70? No way. We brought it down to around $350.
What? Only that much? Why?
Why? I did everything just as your colleague said to. Well, mostly. There were some that were impossible to do.
Isn't your job as a housewife to make all the impossible things possible?
Easy for you to say. Every household is different. Sure, your colleague had some really good ideas, like make your own vegetables or buy groceries with coupons, but there are just things that can't be done.
Like what?
Like get milk from your aunt's farm, or ask your fisherman cousin if there's some trout to spare. There's no way that would work out on us. We don't know anyone who's a farmer or a fisherman.
You're from the rural areas. Can't you do something about it?
But I didn't grow up near a farm or a port, so no. There were some family-owned gardens, and that's about it.
Well, you're useless.
How dare you call me useless? What about you? You grew up in a port town. Don't you have any relations?
I don't.
Then we're both useless. Your colleagues had a lot of help from her family, according to the list she gave us. That's how she's managed to keep her food expenses low.
Then how can we cut down with the expenses?
How the hell should I know? Maybe if you stop drinking every night at home, you might make friends with some farmers or fishermen. I doubt they'll give us food, though.
Right. Then you go make some friends.
What?
Well, I can't cut drinking out of my life. Do something about it.
You know I can't. It's way more realistic for you to sober up.
I work all day to support you. You're telling me to give up my only relaxation?
You could find something else to get relaxed. Or maybe considering to drink less, like weekends only.
I would never give up my drinking. And if I were to, let's say, take away Maya's snacks also?
What the hell?
You're giving her way too much anyways. She's still only a kid. She doesn't need snacks. She'll grow up to be fat like you. Girls are always attractive when they're skinny. Make her have a diet.
I can't believe you're serious. For your information, Maya does not have her snacks every single day, and it's not even a lot.
Even so, cut it down. Do you understand? I'm getting back to work.
Wait, Tyler!
How much was last month's food expense? You had some help from the neighbors, no? Should have gone down quite a sum.
$210 last month.
$210? Better than what we started with, I guess. Down by half. But you can cut out more, can you? The aim is $70 a month.
The hell? There's no way I can cut down anymore.
Why are you giving up? My colleague was able to do it.
The neighbors helped us out of sympathy. They were sorry for Maya having to survive with no snacks. I can't go around begging for food every month. That's too pathetic.
Neighbors are supposed to help each other out. Tell them that and they will.
Then we need to give back the favor for helping us out last month.
What? Do they need our help with something?
Not that I heard of.
Then you don't need to give them anything back. You only need to help your neighbors when they're in need.
That's not how it works. You don't know because you're out working all day.
I work my ass off for you. Isn't that not enough?
Just because I'm a housewife doesn't mean I only do house chores. You never take care of our kid, so I'm bringing up Maya alone. And getting along with the neighbors isn't that easy.
Getting along with one of the neighbors is one of your chores.
I also have to put on a good face with Maya's friend's mom. 1 foot out of the line has its costs. Who knows what will happen to Maya then? Have you ever thought about her future?
I work to support you and Maya. I give up my weekends for family time. What more do you want from me?
What do you mean by giving up your weekend? Don't you see that mindset alone is wrong? Don't you want to be involved with your own child's life?
She's the one who doesn't want me involved. She wants her mother.
Of course she'll be attached to me. I take care of her every day. You only talk to her when you feel like it. Her rejection is no wonder. Try talking to her persistently. She'll warm up to you.
Why am I the one that has to try? I keep the roof over her head.
That's nothing to be proud of. It's the parent's duty to bring up a child.
Shut up! Make do with 70 this month. If you can't, go around the neighbors for help. How much was the expenses last month?
$280.
280? Why has it gone up?
Because last month was summer break and Maya didn't have kindergarten. She had to eat lunch at home, and I can't exactly beg for food around the neighborhood anymore. I did my best to get discounted foods in the local market, but...
Didn't your mother send us some food? What happened to that?
We ate it all!
Why didn't you ask for more?
I told you, I haven't got the nerve to do that!
They're your parents. It's their job to provide their children. They expect children to be selfish.
Then why don't you ask your parents? By the way, your parents didn't give a thought when I told them about your obsession with cutting food expenses.
Are you bumming my parents?
The fuck? You expected me to bum my parents or the neighbors.
Don't be cheeky with me. Fine then. This month's food budget is $7. Work with that.
So you're fine with eating bean sprouts every day?
Huh?
You heard me.
Yeah, I'm okay with steak and bean sprouts.
The hell? Who said anything about steaks?
What?
I said bean sprouts only. We still have some seasoning left. But if I use that up, there'll be no options other than boiling.
You're kidding, right?
You don't go grocery shopping, so you wouldn't know this, but buying some fresh veggies and meat can easily use up $7. But bean sprouts are a bit cheaper than most vegetables, so we can manage for a few days.
Are you seriously going to serve bean sprouts? Without steak?
Yes, I am. A bag of bean sprouts is about 14 cents. We can go 50 for $7 a month and split it between the three of us.
50 bags for 3. Okay.
That might sound a lot, but there's 30 days to this month. So we can use up to 1.6 bags a day. Split it to 3 times a day and sustain 3 people. Here's the question. How many sprouts can one person eat a day?
Sprouts? Is my portion going to be that small?
There will be days when I have to pack Maya's lunch. You'll be eating bean sprouts that I packed for you this month as well.
What? Can I eat at the cafeteria or at restaurants?
Hell no. Your lunch money also came from our food expenses. Oh, and I have to tell the kindergarten beforehand that we're to be sustained only on bean sprouts this month because of my husband, lol.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please don't make me eat only bean sprouts for a month.
That's alright by me. You never do housework or spend time with your child. Don't you ever tell me what to do in this house. Understood? Tyler, what the hell did you tell your mother? She was so mad at me on the phone.
I only told her about our conversation over lunch today.
You only told her the bits that were to your advantages, huh? Coward.
Who are you calling a coward? I told her word for word.
Oh, but she was surprised. How can you only serve your husband bean sprouts for lunch?
It's the truth.
You didn't tell her that you were planning on a $7 food budget this month and told me to beg around the neighborhood for food.
Okay, maybe some details got left out.
Well, I told her everything.
What?
Your mother hung up the phone so embarrassed. She didn't apologize. That was annoying. I guess apples don't fall from the tree.
What do you mean by everything?
Mainly about your behavior. At first, she believed in her own son. But gradually, she caught on all the shitty things he's done and then hung up so abruptly. Lol.
So basically you harassed her.
Where did that come from? I only told her the facts.
Going against both your husband and his mother in the process, that's why you're a failure as a wife.
Like I care. Your ideals for a wife are too unrealistic to achieve, lol.
What?
Careful, or you would be eating bean sprouts every day. You wouldn't want that now, would you?
You threatening me? You seem to act like you're superior to me, but that won't go long.
What are you planning on doing now? I'm not letting you touch a hair on Maya's head.
I'm not giving you any more money. From now on, I'll be managing the accounts.
And how are you planning on doing that? You don't have any domestic experiences.
If you can do it, so can I. I'll put it off. From this month. For now, do with the money I'm giving you. And bean sprouts are not an option. Hey, Sarah. Where the hell are you? The lights are out in the house. You and Maya are gone. We're playing hide and seek, are we? Come out, wherever you are.
Maya and I, we're staying at my parents' house. And we're never going back to that house.
What do you want about?
You're happy as long as you have your daily alcohol, not caring about our welfare.
You knew I've been drinking?
Since you started to manage the accounts, you've been out drinking a whole lot more. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what's going out, lol.
Well, I put money to the house. I keep the roof over your heads. A little pint of beer won't hurt anybody. In fact, I have the right to be rewarded for my hard work.
If only it were a little pint. You're strict on everybody else but yourself.
What did you say?
I am no longer in need your financial support.
And what do you mean by that?
I told you we won't be going back to that house. Don't you get it? I'm leaving you.
What? Are you serious? You can't divorce me. Don't be full of yourself.
Can't you find it yet? I left the signed divorce papers for you on the kitchen table.
Huh? Oh my god. Are you really serious about this?
That's what I've been telling you. Stop making me repeat myself.
What are you going to do with Maya's kindergarten? You can't make her go there from your parents' house. It's too far.
No worries. I already filled out and turned in the transfer papers. She'll be starting a new kindergarten next week.
And she's okay with that? She can't just leave her peers.
I'm so glad she's an extrovert. She was sad at first, but soon enough she got excited to meet new kids.
No problem there then. How about work then? You can't bring her up without the money. Are you going to bum your parents? You hated the very idea.
Oh, that? I'm going to be helping out my dad's bakery. He needed the help and he's paying me for my time, of course. It's a win-win for the both of us. Lol.
No problem there too.
Yup. I'm not only divorcing you, I'm charging you for alimony and child support.
Alimony and child support? Why should I? Alimony is for when there's an affair.
Alimony can be charged in mentally abused situations as well.
Mentally abused? I never abused either of you.
You're thinking of straight-up violence. It's not. You won't give us money to live. Even if you did, it wasn't enough. There are reasons enough to charge.
For that only?
You seem surprised, but cutting expenses when knowing your family will suffer is a dick move. And while using money freely for yourself, how would you feel when that's forced upon you? Try and live with that little money. Could you do that?
So you're saying a man can't manage his own money?
I didn't say that. If you'd given us the right amount, there wouldn't be any complaints. Which in your case, didn't happen, verifying from $7 to $70 a month.
But you managed.
I didn't. How could I? I had to take money from my savings account. And I had to take help from my parents. I was desperate to survive. There is no way I managed.
I didn't know that.
I've been telling you over and over, we couldn't survive with that little money. But you ignored me and went on spending for yourself. This is why I can't do this anymore. Sign the divorce papers and get on with it, will you?
Wait, Sarah, I just wanted for us to have a simpler life. For our future. For our family. Please understand, Sarah.
You say stuff about family when you yourself wasn't bothered to take care of them. Do you even hear yourself? You've done basically nothing for us. Because you're working, because you're paying for our expenses, so the housewife could do everything else? I can't live with a person who thinks like that. Fuck you. Try and live by with $7 a month. I blocked my husband's number after that and got a lawyer to talk with him. As a result, I successfully got the alimony money and child support. The divorce papers went through, so I'm a free person. According to our mutual friends, his company found out the reason of the divorce, so he's having a hard time at work being alone. He sold the house and moved in with his parents. The neighbors talk, of course, so his mother's stressed out on all the gossip. I don't know what'll happen in his future, but for now, I have my daughter, my supportive parents, so I'm enjoying my life to the fullest.
Excuse me, is this true? You're not coming by for this year's Thanksgiving. What in the world are you thinking?
I didn't have a say in the decision. It was Tim who said he didn't want to go this year.
Once again, you're blaming Tim. He told me, because you seem to be busy, that he lied for your sake.
Did he truly say that? He told me that he also had plans. So he didn't mind me going to my parents' place.
Ashley, you're not serious. Do you intend on going back to your childhood home?
Yes. That was my plan. It's my day off work.
Then you could come by yourself.
What? Even though Tim's not there?
Yes. You said he already had plans, right?
I also have plans to go to my parents.
That's unnecessary. Who's going to pay for the fare?
But it's the only time of the year that all my family can get together.
Aren't you supposed to be Tim's wife? You mean to put your own families get together before your husband's?
No, it's just I didn't see my family at all last year.
So? You are needed here, even if Tim won't be coming. Everyone's coming. It's the job of the wife to attend to them.
No, I won't be going this year. Not unless Tim is accompanying with me.
Don't talk back to me. Mary's bringing her children. You will be looking after them.
Why me?
Mary's exhausted with parenting. It'll be a good practice when you have your own children.
I don't want to practice on other people's children.
I know the word isn't accurate, but tending to babies might come in handy someday. Or what? Is there a reason you don't want to come to us so bad?
It's not like I don't want to go, but without Tim, I know I'll feel out of place.
What? That's absurd.
Is it though? And also, my sister just had a baby. I want to go see my family.
How can you be so selfish? You leave Tim all alone while you work all the time. You never come by our house.
Never? I pop in at least once a month for dinner.
That's the least you could do. I think it should be more often. Why? Because someone has to work pretty much every single day. We never get to see you.
There's nothing I can do about that. I have to make the bread.
As I said before, why don't you quit your job already?
It's not that easy. I can't just quit my job.
It's only handing in your resignation. You're never at home. You don't make the time to have children. No wonder Tim stay out late all the time.
If I don't work, there won't be food on the table. Tim uses up all he earns on his stuff. I can't make him stay home all day.
It's your job to keep the books. As his wife, it's not like Tim earns minimum wage. He should be able to pay for a living for two people. Aren't you the one spending it away?
I could never. I haven't even bought new clothes for a while.
Of course, wives should put their husbands' needs before themselves. Everything comes before you.
What?
Besides, nobody would care whether you're in fashion or not. It's not like there's someone you want to impress.
No, there isn't. Never mind. There's no use in getting sense into you.
What did you say to me?
I won't be going to your place this year, and that's final. I need to be getting back to work.
Hey, wait. We're not done with this discussion. Ashley? Hey, why aren't you home yet? Both Tim and I are starving.
What? Are you at our house right now?
Of course. You said you two weren't coming home for Thanksgiving, so instead I came to you.
But wait, didn't Tim have plans to go out today? I have to go to my parents' tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry about that. I already contacted them.
What? You called my parents? What for?
I told them that I was coming to yours this Thanksgiving. So Ashley won't be traveling, words for word.
What? You don't get to do that!
You don't get to decide whether or not you'll go see your parents. Who do you think you are?
Who am I? I made plans with my family. How dare you cancel them?
You dare defy me? You are the one who married my son. Therefore, you are obligated to listen to his mother.
Yes, I married your son. That doesn't mean I have to do everything you say.
Oh, yes, you do. From now on, you'll answer me, yes, ma'am, or nothing else.
No way. I am not your slave. I declined your offer months ago. I cannot allow you to dedicate my life.
Do not talk back to me. Shut up and listen to my orders.
Nope. I tried on many occasions to make you happy and put your demands first. I don't need your permission to go to my freaking parents' house. Stop acting like a brat.
You're the one acting like a brat. All you need to do is what I say you do. You are my son's wife after all.
Doesn't make me enslaved to you. Why don't you have some bonding time with Tim? I will be seeing my family as scheduled, and you can't stop me.
Huh? That is not allowed. Who will make us our meals in the meantime?
You can cook yourself. There's some stock in the pantry. That should last you a few days. I don't live there just to make dinner.
Oh, don't be cheeky with me. Your husband's mother came to see you, and you won't even try to make me feel comfortable?
Without coming announced, canceling my plans without permission, and also demand to take care of you? You're not the Queen of Sheba.
I make the rules in this family. Your job is to do as I say.
I'm sorry. I can't be your obedient servant that you want so badly. I changed my mind. I'm going straight home to my parents. Make yourself at home.
Now wait a minute, you're not coming home today?
Nope. I have my work stuff with me. I left clothes at my parents' that I can wear. I'll be heading back after Thanksgiving.
The hell you are! You do not understand the consequences.
What do you have in mind?
I'll tell you, if you say change your mind and come home.
No, thank you.
What?
I would rather have fun with my family than being enslaved. Have it your way then. Tim too. My present shan't spoil your fun.
Fine, do whatever you want. Don't come crying to me afterwards.
Okay then.
You're coming back today, aren't you?
I arrived just now. What's going on? It seems like Tim's stuff are all gone.
That's right. Tim and I moved out.
Tim and you?
We were talking about it for a while, living together.
How come I haven't heard of this?
That is because this is the first time I'm mentioning it. Oh, and I have a message from Tim. This is all your fault for leaving me to myself. If you want to know where I am, you'll accept us on living together.
Huh. Is that so?
You see, I live alone. And with you never at home, if Tim and I live together, it'll take the burden off his shoulders. I already took care of him by myself this past week.
Right. Too bad because I can't do that.
Huh? Why not?
Tim has a girlfriend, you know. Someone younger and prettier than me.
What? A girlfriend? You mean he's having an affair?
Guess so. I'm thinking on getting a divorce.
Divorce? Wait, I've never heard of this.
Tim thinks I don't know about his girlfriend. In reality, I've known about it for quite some time.
Wait, how? What? I don't understand. What are you going to do about it?
Will you keep it a secret from Tim? You know he has temper issues. Me bringing the news will only make him stubborn and not agree to the divorce.
Then what are you going to do?
Can you tell him for me? To make him agree to getting a divorce? It'll make him easier to introduce you to his girlfriend.
What?
I looked into his phone. She's actually nice. Although she's still a student, she also works part-time. She said she wants to live together after getting married. You might as well get your wish.
Really?
Yes, and she loves to cook. She seems to even pack him lunch on occasion. To be honest, I'm not comfortable in the kitchen. I'm strong-headed. Or so you describe me when we get together. Who knows? You two might actually get along.
That may be so, but are you sure about this?
I think it's best for all of us. She might give birth to 3 grandchildren that you desire. She's younger and healthier than me. You said you wanted to hold Tim's child in your arms.
I did, but...
Then do not tell a word that I know to Tim. For your future and your grandchildren's future.
Fine then. Now that I won't have to see you again, I'm starting to miss you.
You're just tired from moving. Don't mind about me. Get some rest.
That's the only quality about you that's worth. But there's no use anymore, is there? You both don't love each other. It'll only hurt you more.
I guess. Thankfully, most of the appliances are still left behind. I'll start a new life here.
Okay, I'll talk to Tim about the living situation.
Thank you. If you can get him to sign the divorce papers and send it to me, I'll take care of the rest.
I'm really sorry about everything. We should have talked sooner.
Take good care of the new girl. She's a catch.
I will. You take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks for sending the papers. Now we're officially divorced. This is really goodbye.
Good. Tim didn't want to go through with it, but I'm glad I was able to persuade him.
Me too. I'm thankful for that. Finally, I can have my freedom and have a life of myself.
Yes, and I can actually get ready living with my son and his new wife. I've got loads to do.
Yeah, I got bad news for you.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, she's still married, so the wedding won't be happening anytime soon.
What? Married?
Uh-huh. A double affair, if you will. And she's not intended on getting divorced. You know how it is.
Just wait a minute. You said she wanted to live with us.
I lied. So that way, you'll be able to get Tim to agree.
You lied?
Didn't think it'll work out this smoothly, though.
How dare you? You manipulated me?
Indeed, I did. But Tim seems serious about the relationship. Buying her tons of stuff, from his earning, of course.
Uh-huh.
The only reason he got to have a normal life until now is because I worked day and night to put food on the table. While at it, your son seems to have acquired quite a debt.
Debt? My Tim?
Yep. How much was it now? About $2 million?
2 million?
The numbers increased by the hour.
Wait, this is a lie too, isn't it? He goes to work regularly.
He does, but he spends his salary only for his own activities. There isn't a penny left in his bank.
What the?
In a nutshell, there's no way it'll work out. Unless you're intended on providing him food and shelter.
I can't do that. Impossible.
I should think so. You never worked a day in your life. Taking care of a debt-ridden son charged with alimony. Impossible, to say the least.
Alimony? What are you on about? You got your divorce. You're also taking his money?
So, it's my right as an ex-wife.
You never hinted on charging for alimony. That is just dirty.
No, it isn't. You made fun of me all these years. Threatened me when you moved out.
So that we could live together.
It was perfect timing. I've been trying to get that trash out for a while now.
You fool. Don't you dare call my son trash.
What else then? A normal man wouldn't be debt-ridden while having a double affair.
There must be a reason for that, like you weren't compatible with him.
Me? Lol. I've been working my ass off to keep ourselves alive. Putting my needs afterwards, and you're making this my fault?
It always is. If you would earn more, he wouldn't have to borrow money to survive.
Why do I have to pay for his lover's needs? Are you insane?
Are you insulting me? How dare you?
How dare me? I am dead serious. I endured your bossiness, my husband's affair, all for this day.
Have you known this all along?
I sure did. When was it? On our 2-year mark? I knew it the whole time you picked on me. The whole time your son was unfaithful to me.
I was a good mother to you.
All bad mothers say that.
What do you mean by that? I know you meant it with malice.
Like I'm going to explain it to you, lol. Nevertheless, I am so glad I got this over so smoothly. Thanks for your cooperation, really.
No way, I'm not allowing this. You are not getting divorced, and you will pay off all the debts.
Not my responsibility. The trash made his own trash to deal with, and the divorce is already finalized. The only time you'll hear from me is to discuss about the alimony.
No way I will allow this.
As I said before, I don't need your permission. Get mad all you want.
I am coming to your house. Stay there.
Oh, I moved out today. I don't live in that house anymore, lol.
What? Where did you go to?
I don't need to tell you that. You're just a stranger.
Yes, do you do? We're moving in with you.
Oh, that's scary. I'll be calling the cops if you ever show up.
You little...
I already talked with my lawyer. No matter how long it takes, I'm getting that alimony money. You should know I can be persistent. Don't come crying to me. Okay?
No, wait. Please reconsider this, Ashley.
For a while, I got texts from both Tim and his mother. It all stopped right after the text. My girlfriend's husband came over. That has kept them busy enough. Tim's girlfriend refused to get divorced and dumped Tim right on his ass. No matter how long it takes, I am getting that anomaly money from him. I now live with my dog in my new house, something I couldn't do with Tim around. I love my new life now.
Hey!
What?
What do you mean, what? The shower! I told you not to go in before me.
Then you should have come home sooner.
I'm busy being a teenager.
Well, I'm busy being a worker.
Yeah, a busy low-class worker who never even went to college.
I'm busy because I work at the so-called low-class company.
Don't become defiant. That's why Mom and Dad never loved you. They wouldn't even let you go to college.
Uh-huh.
But still, you still have to be grateful that they let you finish high school.
I guess so.
Even though the only reason they did that was because they were too embarrassed if you flunked out.
Yeah.
Stop half-assing your reply. Don't you get depressed in living?
No, I have all the necessary things I need to survive.
That's because you haven't moved out. Mom and Dad don't want you here.
Oh, really?
Don't flatter yourself. You aren't needed in this house.
Well, that may be so.
If you know that, then hurry up and move out.
Not until I save up some money.
Yeah, like you can do that with your job.
Is that all? I'm going now.
Wait up! Never used to shower before me. If you need to, use only cold water. Someone who can't work a normal job like yourself shouldn't have the luxury to use warm water.
There's enough to go around.
I don't like being second-handed.
Fine, fine.
I won't go in a shower before you.
As you should have done in the first place. Seriously, get the fuck out of the house. Uh-huh.
You should be worshipping us for letting you stay here.
Okay, whatever. Good night.
Don't think I'll reply back, you a good night.
You already did, lol.
This doesn't count. It's stuff like that that makes everyone hate you. I heard about it. You got caught shoplifting.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
But did you put it in your bag?
You seem to know a lot.
Mom told me.
Huh.
Oh God, it's so hard living with a criminal in the family.
Like I said, I didn't do it.
That denial got the cops calling Mom out, didn't it? Poor Mom.
Someone framed me.
What's that, an excuse?
It's the truth.
Did they catch it on security camera or something?
The angle wasn't right, so no, it wasn't taped.
Then you're still the culprit. You put it in your bag yourself. Stealing makeup from CVS, like seriously.
I said I didn't do it.
Mom and Dad were so pissed. They won't put up with a criminal in the house. Your days are numbered.
You can say that all you want, I still didn't do it. That's for a fact.
There's nothing you can do about it since nobody believes you.
Maybe so. I might just do that.
Wait, really? Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. Get the F out. Oh, and Mom sent a text on the family group chat.
That actually exists?
Yeah, we didn't include you because you aren't family. Sad much?
Not at all.
Oh, come on. The hell you are. Mom says she's kicking you out of their house.
Is that so?
She wants you gone by the end of the week. I'm giving you a heads up.
Okay.
Get out, get the fuck out of the house.
I'll pack up my things and be gone.
Finally, I can have the peace with the dreariness gone. I can't wait for the day. Get out as soon as you can, will you?
Right.
Hey, criminal, you out of the house yet?
I'm long gone from that house.
Really? Great. What a miracle you've found a place to crash.
I moved into Grandma's house. It's close to my workplace.
What? Grandma's? How can you do this to her?
She said she didn't mind me moving in with her. I won't be staying too long, just until I can save up to get a place on my own.
Move out this instant. Think of how much Grandma has to endure.
Still a better atmosphere than back home.
Cut it out. Grandma's so charitable to take upon a criminal.
About that, you seem to know something.
What?
When I got caught shoplifting, allegedly. It's coming back to me now. There was this kid hovering near me who wore the same uniform as you.
So?
You made him do it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you say so.
Wait, so you think I'm behind it? How can you suspect your baby sister?
That baby sister doesn't believe me when I tell her I'm innocent. I'll say it's justified.
No, it is not. You did get caught stealing. That's the truth.
You won't believe me no matter what I say.
But can you save up money? You got kicked out because you couldn't find it in the first place.
I'll be okay from now on.
The hell? You found a sugar daddy or something? With your face? No way.
Highly unlikely.
I knew it.
You're prettier than me anyways. Are we done with this conversation?
Yeah, I don't have anything to say to you. I'm so happy I get to live comfortably starting today.
I expect that we won't be seeing each other often, so this is goodbye.
Have a nice life.
What do you want?
What the hell is going on?
Huh?
Don't play dumb with me. Dad told me we don't have any money.
I don't comprehend.
We're broke.
And that concerns me how? Did the stuff extra change in a drawer or something?
No, there's nothing left in their bank accounts. You stole the money, didn't you?
How exactly would I do that, lol?
You stole the access card or something.
I wouldn't do that.
Easy for you to say. You have a criminal offense in stealing.
You still remembered that.
Of course I did. So, did you?
I haven't got the slightest idea. Although...
What?
I can tell you. But why are you the one complaining about being broke? Tell them to cut costs and be on with it.
They expect me to get a job and put money to the house.
Why don't you do that then? You're eligible. It'll be a good experience.
No way.
Why not?
I can't sacrifice my precious teenage years to labor. If I start working, I won't have time out to hang with my friends or go on dates with my boyfriend. What would my minions think of me? I have to stay at the top of the pyramid.
Your pride got to the best of you.
I just can't work. If you know the reason why we have no money, spill it.
I would, but in one condition.
What?
Do you really have nothing to do with my alleged shoplifting case?
The hell do you mean by that?
Answer me. If you'll be honest with me, I'll consider telling you the truth.
Well...
Well?
I did tell my boyfriend's friend to do it.
I knew it! Why did you do that?
Because I wanted a reason to get you out of that goddamn house.
You hated me that much?
Yes, still do.
Okay then, it'll be no use to you learning the truth.
The fuck? I confessed, so it's your turn.
I said I'll consider it, dumbass lol.
You tricked me.
You only thought about yourself, and besides, can't you guess from your life you had before?
What do you mean by that?
Even if both mom and dad were working, they couldn't afford to give you monthly allowances that costs up to $200.
Huh? I need money to keep myself presentable. That's why I got my allowances.
Don't you wonder where that money came from?
From mom and dad's salaries, of course.
Are you really that thick?
What are you saying?
Didn't you think a little about the money when you were working so hard to kick me out of the house?
I thought the expenses that were spent on you would come to me naturally.
Oh, you really are dumb.
What?
I told you about how I had a hard time saving up.
So?
Don't you ever wonder why?
That's because you didn't get a higher education and landed in a boring job that probably doesn't pay overtime.
You really don't give a thought about me.
I don't want to waste my thoughts on you.
I don't work at a boring job.
Huh?
It's not a low-class company either.
The hell?
You don't even know which school I went to, don't you?
I go to an elitist private school. I don't give a fuck what school you went to.
You may not know this, but I went to a technical high school.
So what? What's got to do with anything?
They have a guarantee for workers post-graduating. And as I was a straight A student, if I say so myself, there were some good companies lining up that were happy to hire a tech high school graduate.
So, no good company would hire you?
I currently work for a big energy company. You know, lol.
Huh?
The phone you're charging, the electricity in your room, are all thanks to my workplace.
What the?
There are days when I'm on duty so I can't come home, but even you would know which electricity company you're using from, lol.
So you're an elite?
I wouldn't call myself that. Everybody knows the name of the company at least.
But Mom said your workplace got shabby a few years back when the company became subsidiary.
It's called unbolding. My team works upon utility poles, or called out on emergency blackouts. They only took out the one team as a subsidiary.
The what?
In a nutshell, the retail business stayed, and the electricity makers went independent, passed on a national bill.
So it's not a low-class company?
Not in my case.
But what's got to do with us being broke?
Don't you get it?
No, I don't.
I've been putting money into that house all this time. Most of what I made, in fact.
Huh? What?
It wasn't even high at the time. But I put enough through Mom's account, so I wasn't able to save up for myself.
Which means the reason we don't have money anymore is...
Because I stopped transferring the money, lol.
The hell? Why did you stop?
I moved out of the house. There's no reason for me to put money in it anymore.
Yes, there is.
What, lol? Don't be silly.
Shut up. You could have continued sending the money.
I already did all these years, and by the time I moved out, I thought Mom and Dad would have saved some. I don't want to stay a slave to them forever, lol.
I can't believe this. That's why we're broke?
Think so? I don't really care.
How can this be?
If they considered to cut your allowance and save up, things might have been different.
Teenagers need the money.
I didn't. That geek put a roof over your head.
Unlike you, I have a lot of things to do as a popular girl.
I also was busy getting tech qualifications and certificates. And even with that, I worked part-time and put money into that house.
Shut up!
Why don't you get a job for fuck's sake, lol?
God, no!
How about cutting expenses then?
I can't do that.
Well then, think that it's your parents that are wasting all the money.
What?
Of course there's no question you're high maintenance, but maybe they do so as well.
Oh no.
Like, for example, how Mom loves to buy designer handbags, and how Dad loves to gamble. This is all my imagination, lol.
Are those true?
Who knows? They both have normal jobs, so that should be able to sustain. Unless, you know. But if they're asking you to work, there must be a reason behind it.
We don't know that.
You can ask them yourself. There's no use wasting time in guessing games.
Right, I'm going to ask them now. I can't believe this.
How'd it go?
They've started fighting.
So they did have skeletons hiding in the closet.
This is awful.
Is it that bad?
Hear this. Mom had been a sugar mama to some guy and Dad's been seeing a hooker.
God, lol. That is bad, lol.
They're starting to look like scum.
Yeah, might be hard for a girl your age.
I really can't. I'm crying.
So they were using my money on nefarious intents.
Aren't you shocked?
I've been working in a place filled with dudes. I've been living longer than you to experience those things. I don't know how Mom got into the sugar business, but with Dad, I kinda always known.
It was the guy who came up to Mom.
Lame, lol.
I don't want to be here anymore. They're shouting at each other.
Huh?
Can I come over?
Over where?
To Grandma's house.
You could, but I'm not there anymore.
What?
I managed to save up when I was staying there. I moved out a while ago.
Then she must be delighted to have me as a companion.
Nah, Grandma's a strict person. She wouldn't have freeloaders.
So in any case, I have to start working?
Guess so, lol.
I can't. Do something about it.
What can I do for you, lol?
Let me stay with you.
The fuck? Did you already forget what you said earlier?
Huh?
You said you still hated me.
Well, yeah, but I can't be in the same house with them screaming at each other. But I don't want to work either.
Brat, you were the one that got me kicked out of that house. Even framed me for stealing. How much lower can you go, lol?
That's because your existence was a pain in the ass.
Then don't expect moral support from that pain in the ass, lol.
I can't deal with this.
It's all your own fault. If you hadn't kicked me out, Mom and Dad wouldn't have fought, and you'd had all the money you could spend.
Damn it!
Give up and go get a job.
No way!
Denial won't get you anywhere. I'm not going to be sparing my time for you anymore.
Wait, at least give me what's left over from your salary.
There's nothing left over, lol. Leeching off of someone you hate. Really, you've gone low. Haven't you had any pride left?
That pride is why I can't work.
Some pride, lol.
Shut up and give me the money.
Hell no, lol. My slave days are over.
You bitch.
Right back at you. I'm not getting involved any further. Work it out by your own.
Don't you feel sorry for your sister?
Lol, why would I? She hates my guts. Bye, biatch. My parents got divorced in the end. My sister ended up at grandma's, started working in an effort not to get kicked out. She couldn't make time for her friends or her boyfriend, so she's currently friendless and her social status went to the ground. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna make money for myself and myself only from now on.
Hey Linus, are you still running late? I'm about to jump in the tub with Ivy and get ready for bed. We can't wait up any longer.
Sorry, babe. I totally forgot to message you. I'm really sorry. My boss gave me overtime again today.
What? But you promised to watch Ivy today.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll watch it tomorrow instead. I really mean it this time. I'll stay with her till she falls asleep.
You better follow through this time, Linus. I'm sick of you canceling on me.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'll be back on time tomorrow, I promise. If he tries getting me to do overtime again, I'll say no.
Fine. Well, in that case, I forgive you for today. I'm getting so big these days, it's hard to move around. I knew being pregnant wouldn't be a cakewalk, but I'm surprised how hard it actually is. I'm worried I might slip over getting out of the bathtub or something. It's hard to wash myself, let alone take care of Ivy too. In fact, I can barely keep up with her at all. I'm no match for a 5-year-old girl, she's like a little rocket.
I guess you are 9 months gone. Could totally see that little mischief maker running rings around you.
This is just the warm-up though. Let's not forget our child-rearing quota is set to double soon. I really shouldn't complain about Ivy given what's on the way. Oh yeah, that reminds me. My sister messaged me. She offered to come over to help around the house after the baby's born.
Wow, really? She's a star? That's gonna be a huge weight off our shoulders.
You've met my sister before, right?
Your sister? Oh, now that you mention it, I have.
She said you bought her a meal. Sorry if it was any trouble. I know what she can be like.
It was nothing really, don't sweat. All I did was buy her a burger from some budget family restaurant. I didn't break the bank or anything.
Really? I hate to say this, Linus, but if you have enough free time to be taking my sister out for burgers, I wish you'd start coming home from work on time.
I said I'm sorry, babe.
Just kidding. I bet she forced you to take her, right? She has a way of always getting what she wants. She's the strongest world person I know. She probably knew you wouldn't know how to refuse her.
Yeah, it was exactly like you said, babe. She twisted my arm. Oh, did you think of a name of the baby yet?
I did think of a few candidates, but I can't decide for the life of me. Who knew picking a name would be so hard? What about you?
Yeah, I came up with a few good ones too. If it's a boy, I think we should call him Balthazar.
Balthazar? Am I giving birth to a freaking demon? I really think we should go with something a little more normal, Linus. Can you imagine it? The bullying would never end.
Surely it's the opposite. Think about it. No one messes with a kid named Balthazar. He'd be the king of the playground. I guess I'm not dead set on it, though. Just an idea.
Sorry, honey. I hope you don't feel let down. I know you've been trying hard to come up with something, 'cause I'm so indecisive. You know, I read an interesting article lately that said boys with one-syllable names are more likely to become CEOs. Not like he has to be a CEO or anything, but I do think it'd be nice if he had a name that boosted his chances of getting success in the world. I tell you what, let's both think on it a little longer. We can share what we come up with and decide on it together.
You care about the number of syllables?
I get that it might sound excessive, but I don't see any harm in it if it's a name we like and it helps his chances of getting along in the world. Here, I just looked up the figures. It says that statistically, boys earn on average $3,600 less a year for every extra syllable in their name. Don't worry, I'm fully aware of how materialistic I probably sound. I just think it'd be cool if we could name our boy scientifically, you know? Linus, am I weird?
I'd be lying if I said you weren't, babe. It's cool, though. We knew that already. I really don't think syllables are that important, though.
It's not like he absolutely has to have a one-syllable name or anything. But this is our son we're talking about. Surely we should do everything we possibly can to help him get ahead in life. Every I dotted, every T crossed.
I'm surprised you're so anxious over all this. Surely this being baby number 2 puts your mind at rest a little.
I might have more of an idea what to expect now, but childbirth is difficult, full stop. Plus, this is our first boy. I'm a little nervous about him being bigger than Ivy, and if he inherits your big melon head on top of that, I'm in for a world of hurt.
Hey, that wasn't called for. I'll get you back for that one. You'll be fine though, babe, really. I'll always be here for you to bring him up.
Right. Anything I can't do, I'll leave in the hands of his clever and capable dad.
Yep, leave it to me. I feel bad about how things have been lately, though. Things have been so crazy at the office, I'm leaving you to do pretty much everything.
I know work has been busy lately, and that's not your fault, but I do wish you to make an effort to make a little more time for Ivy. That's gonna be doubly so when the next one's born. Ivy started saying she misses you and asks why you're never around a few weeks back.
Damn, am I really at the office that much?
You barely spend any time with her. She'll forget you if you're not careful. Will you make sure to prioritize Ivy when our son's born? I'm gonna have my hands full with him. Apparently, it's not uncommon for the firstborn to get jealous and feel lonely when their new little sibling comes into the scene and suddenly starts stealing all their attention. I want us to create the kind of environment that makes it easy for her to accept her little brother and avoid her holding any negative feelings towards him.
That's a good point. You're right. Sorry, the boss is shouting at me. I have to get back to work now.
No problem, honey. Sorry for keeping you. Good luck. I hope you manage to get out before midnight. Hey Linus, you did book the day off work for the day after tomorrow, didn't you?
Of course I did. Like I'll go to work on your due date. What do you take me for? I booked the whole week off.
Great, thanks honey. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried you might forget with how busy you've been lately.
No way. There's nothing more important to me. Besides, who's going to watch Ivy if I'm at the office?
Thank you. I put all of the necessary stuff together to make it as easy as possible for you. I wrote her kindergarten schedule and a to-do list in your notepad.
Thanks, that's a big help. Oh, but what should I do if she's asleep? Should I wake her up?
There's no rush. You don't have to wake her. Just bring her when she wakes up.
But I want to see my son as soon as I can.
Don't worry, I'll send you some pics straight away. Remember to let your mom know when he's been born, too. She said she wanted you to bring her to the hospital.
What, my mom said that? Oh, why can't she go herself? She drives more than anyone I know.
Sure, she used to drive a lot, but apparently she's been feeling nervous out on the road lately. She says she limits her time in the car to short trips now. She mainly gets around with trains and buses these days. The roads are a lot busier at this time of year, so I get where she's coming from. You run into some total lunatics sometimes. It makes you wonder how they even got licenses.
She does. You sure know a lot about my mom.
And why do you think that is? Someone never messages her, so she always messages me instead. You're a grown man, Linus. You need to stop leaving your own mom on red. At least start acknowledging she exists.
But she drones on like a goddamn record. I'll worry I'll fall asleep if I read the essays she sends me.
But this is your mom we're talking about here. It's not like she has many people to talk to. She probably gets lonely. Would it really hurt to speak to her every now and then? You even turned her down when she offered to come and stay with us after the birth to help out with the kids and the housework. I felt so guilty you wouldn't believe. To be honest, I still do. What's worse, you made me turn her down. Couldn't you at least have done it yourself?
Sorry.
I'm not laughing, Linus.
Jeez, come on, babe. I'd never get a break if my mom lived with us.
But you will when my sister moves in. She's a million times worse.
Nah, I'm sure I'll get to relax with Helen around. She's super kind and cooks a mean steak.
How do you know that? Has she cooked for you before?
No, but I got to know her a little when I took her out for that burger. She showed me a bunch of pics of the meal she made on her Peep Book page. I got the impression she really enjoys cooking.
Yeah, apparently she cooks for her boyfriend every day, I can vouch. She's really talented. She's passionate about cooking ever since she was a teenager. I gotta say though, I think your mom's cooking is even better.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm bored of it.
That's mean. If you say that about your mom's masterpieces, what hope is there for me? If that's what you think, I'm worried you'll get bored of my cooking soon too.
No way, babe. You got the most delicious meals on the planet.
Who was it that said my repertoire was too small? Go on, remind me.
I told you that was just a joke.
If you say so. We can go with that if it makes you feel better. Oh, I almost forgot. Would you mind picking up some more bottled water on the way home from work?
About that. You see, babe, the thing is, I'm gonna be home late from work again.
What? But you said you'd be home on time last night.
I'm so sorry.
Linus, are you sure you have my due date booked off? You are gonna be home to watch Ivy, right? It's a miracle you managed to book a whole week off when things are this hectic. I don't think I've ever known anyone as busy as you these past few months.
Relax, it's fine. As long as the birth goes ahead as planned, I'll be able to watch Ivy no problem.
I really hope you will. Will you have your mom on standby to watch her in case there's some kind of emergency and you have to go in on short notice? I won't take no for an answer on this one, even if you are allergic to messaging your mom.
Fine, I will. We can't risk Ivy being left alone.
Right. My mind will be at rest once your mom knows.
Chill, you can count on me. I'll take good care of her while you're in hospital, trust me.
Wendy, get yourself home immediately.
Huh? Joan, what's going on?
Can't you read? I just told you to get yourself home immediately. Move.
To the house?
Where else would home mean? I can't believe you left your 5-year-old daughter home alone. You have no right to be a mother.
Huh? I'm about to give birth. There's no way I can come home right now.
Lies. I just saw you go into that bar by the station. And please, why would you be on your phone if you were able to give birth?
They have me on a bunch of meds, so it's gonna be mostly painless. The distraction of my phone is helping keep me calm, actually. Linus is home, right?
Do you think I'd be this angry if he was? My son's nowhere to be seen. Is he still at work? Anyway, you can't drop the act. I saw you. I saw you go into that bar. I thought drinking while being heavily pregnant was bad enough, but to think you left your 5-year-old daughter home alone to do it,
I'm in the hospital, I swear on my life. Please believe me. It's my due date today, surely you know that.
Huh? Wait a sec. No way. That woman I saw going to the bar? Was it your sister? I remember you telling me you had a twin.
Probably. I mean, it had to be. Was she heavily pregnant?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Wendy. I only saw her face. Now that you mention it, I think she might have been slim.
Don't worry about it. Me and her are identical twins. People get us mixed up all the time. But what's all this about Ivy being on her own? Is Linus really not home?
I searched the place from top to bottom, but he was nowhere to be seen. I was there for at least 10 minutes, so he can't have gone to the store or anything. I was walking home from the station after work. That's when I saw your sister going to the bar. Then I saw Ivy out walking on her own.
What? Ivy was outside alone?
Right. That's why I was so astonished. To be honest, I saw red.
I'm having a planned birth under anesthetic, so I was admitted to the hospital this morning. This has all been scheduled for weeks now. Linus said he was taking a week off work so he could be home to watch Ivy and spend some time with me and the baby after the birth. There's absolutely no reason he shouldn't be home. This makes no sense.
What? Then what the hell is he playing at? Hold on, dear. I'll call him.
Hang on a sec, Joan. Don't call him just yet. I'm gonna send my mom over to the house. Someone needs to be there to watch Ivy. Would you mind heading back over to that bar you saw my sister go into to check if she's still there?
Huh?
I have a hunch. I think Linus might be with my sister.
But why on earth?
I can't tell you why. I just have this gut feeling.
Okay. Leave this to me and your mother. You just focus on giving birth to your son now, okay? I know this is the last thing you needed today, and it might be difficult to keep your mind off it. But I want you to know we're all here for you, and you have nothing to worry about. Ivy's in safe hands.
Wendy, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. There's no excuse for what I did.
I'm sure you already heard from both of our moms. But I want a divorce.
No, wait a sec. Let's at least talk things through first.
Talk things through? What would be the point in that? Oh, you mean about the child support and compensation?
Nah, not that. I mean, about saving our marriage.
Our marriage is beyond saving. You cheated on me with my twin sister. I thought it was weird how she had a boyfriend all this time, but I'd never seen him or even any pictures. Turns out it was my own freaking husband. How could you do this to me? I feel broken. Not only did you cheat on me with my sister, but you abandoned me while I was giving birth to our son and left Ivy all on her own at the house to get drunk with her. What choice do I have but divorce?
Oh man, I really screwed up, didn't I? I can't tell you how sorry I am, babe. I'm so disgusted with myself, you wouldn't believe. You deserve better. I'm so sorry. Please, babe, you know Ivy is really mature for a 5-year-old. I thought she'd be fine on her own for a little while. It's not like I planned on being out all day.
Whether she's mature or not, she's still 5. Your mom found her wandering the street alone at night, for God's sake. She was so terrified in the house all on her own, she went out to try and find me. Do you have any idea how serious this is? Do you have any comprehension of what could have happened to her? I barely bear thinking about it. Did you even think it through? A 5-year-old is more than capable of unlocking a door, you moron. What would we have done if your mom didn't find her?
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't even begin to cut it. You did the worst thing imaginable as a husband and as a father. You're so despicable, I'm finding it difficult to talk with you right now.
But our son was just born. Surely you can't raise them both on your own.
It beats raising him with a cheating lowlife who left our daughter all on her own to get drunk with his lover, who just so happened to be my freaking sister. I'll take being a single mother over that any day.
I mean, financially, how are you going to cope without my salary?
Easy. You're going to send me child support. The silver lining here is that you're going to be legally obligated to send me enough money that me, Ivy, and our son can all live comfortably and never want for anything until they're both adults.
But it's going to be too hard for you to hold down a job while raising 2 kids on your own. You need to think this through. Please, baby.
Don't ever call me baby again. You don't need to worry about me coping. We'll all be absolutely fine. I have the support of your mom and my family to rely on. And unlike you, they actually care about me and our children. They have my back, no matter what. Oh, by the way, Helen told me everything when I confronted her. She agreed to get out of mine and my family's lives for good.
What?
Don't tell me you're surprised. She cheated on me with my husband. Do you really think I can forgive her for that?
I'm so sorry, I really mean it. I never meant to be unfaithful to you. Things just got out of hand is all. To say the truth, I was stressed. You were heavily pregnant and had been so long since we'd, well, you know. The pressure just kept building, and before long I could hardly take it anymore. That's when your sister invited me out for the meal. I knew you were identical twins, so I shouldn't have been nearly as surprised as I was. But Jesus, you really do look alike. It was like you were right there in front of me. If you think about it, what I did technically wasn't cheating. If anything, it just shows how attracted I am to you. You understand that, right, babe?
Excuse me? Are you saying you cheated on me with my twin sister because she looks like me? You disgust me. I didn't think it was possible for you to be any more vile, but you just sunk to new depths. I can't believe this is happening.
I did it because I love you, baby. I don't expect you to forgive me, but at least I want you to understand why it happened. I planned on ending things with her when Balthazar was born, I swear.
Bullshit, scumbag. And our son is not called Balthazar, you freak. Stay out of our lives forever, you piece of low-life trash.
Wendy, please calm down. Don't do this. You're making a mistake. I'll do anything for you to forgive me, anything. Just tell me what you want and I'll do it. Words can't describe how sorry I am. Sorry doesn't even begin to cover it. Let me make it up to you, baby. I promise I'll never meet your sister again. I swear on my life.
I don't care. Do as you please. We're getting a divorce, so you're free to continue your needy little romance.
No, I don't want her. I want you. I can't bear to lose you. Please, rethink the divorce. I love you. I love you, I love Ivy, and I love our son. You're my world. Please believe me.
We are where we are right now precisely because I was stupid enough to believe you. I never want to see your face again. You'll never live under the same roof as us for as long as you live. You've lost any right you had to be my husband, and you've lost your right to be a father. You say you love me. But if your love is so superficial that anyone who looks like me can get a share, then you can stick it up your ass. Needless to say, I swiftly divorced my piece of trash husband. He showed up at the house in tears, begging me to reconsider while clinging to my leg like a hysterical child. But he didn't have a single ally in either family, and his mom promptly showed up and dispatched him after giving him the dressing down of a lifetime. Apparently, he even told my sister Helen the same thing he told me, that the only reason he ever got involved with her was because we looked the same. With that, she was hit with the harsh reality that she was nothing more than a cheap fling to him. It's not an understatement to say it was the shock of her life. She must have known what she did to me was wrong, because after paying me a hefty sum in compensation, she completely disappeared. Still, I don't have any sympathy for her. She knew it was wrong from the get-go. She probably just thought she could get away with it. Ostracism from her family is her just desserts. As for Linus, he's currently living in our old house while working hard to keep on top of the monthly child support payments. He's always asking me if he can see the kids, but I can't bring myself to let the kind of man who would leave our daughter all on her own like that anywhere near either of them. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have a dad. Of course, things will be different if they say they want to meet him one day when they grow up. But until then, he's nothing but a distant memory. He seems to be under the impression that if he carries on paying child support, that I'll take him back one day. I can confidently state that that ain't gonna happen. He can live tormented by the pain of shame and regret for the rest of his life for all I care. As long as me and my children keep getting our money, I'm happy. I currently spend my days rushing around like a headless chicken, trying to keep on top of the mammoth responsibility of raising 2 small children. I don't plan on going back to work until Aiden has his first birthday. That way, I can spend as much time as possible with him and Ivy while he's tiny and still needs me the most. Even when I do go back to work, my family, as well as Joan, Linus's mom, have all said they'll be there to look after the kids whenever I need them to. I have the best support network in the world, and I couldn't feel more blessed. Of course, even when I am working, I'll spend all of my free time with my angels. I have to give them the love of 2 parents all by myself, so every second is precious. I'm gonna put every fiber of my being into raising them with so much love and care that they'll grow up one day and say, "My childhood was amazing, even if I didn't have a dad." I know it's not always gonna be easy, and I know the road ahead will be full of humps, bumps, challenges, and hurdles, but it'll all be worthwhile, because I have the 2 most amazing kids on the planet. We'll overcome all the obstacles that get in our way as one big happy family with plenty of laughter and joking along the way.
Craig? Is everything okay? I haven't heard a peep out of you lately. I didn't want to bother you because I thought you might be busy. But I can't help but worry when I don't hear from you for months at a time.
Hey, Mom. Sorry, I didn't have time to message you. I'm fine.
Is work as manic as ever?
Has its moments, I guess. Same old, same old.
You mean you're not busy with work? I was sure you hadn't been in touch because you were swamped with things at the office.
I'm hardly lounging around the house all day, but I'm not exactly being overworked either. I guess I'm somewhere in the middle? Sorry if I worried you.
Is everything okay? You don't seem yourself.
I don't?
Are you feeling under the weather, sweetie? Have you been eating properly? If you don't feel well, you need to go to the doctor ASAP. You only just got married. Falling ill is the last thing you need.
I'm not ill, I'm just stressing out over something. I think I might be depressed.
Depressed? Oh dear, you poor boy. What happened?
Mom, what do you think about Alice? Be honest.
What do you mean?
What kind of person do you think she is?
I think she seems like a very mature, sensible girl. A little shy and reserved perhaps, but it's not like that's a bad thing. Oh, and of course, she's gorgeous. Why do you ask?
I used to think so too, but it's like she turned into a different person as soon as we got married.
Really? How exactly do you mean?
Her temper is so short, she blows a fuse at the slightest hint of trouble. She started being crazy rude to me all the time for no apparent reason. Don't even get me started on how irresponsible she is with money. It doesn't end there. She literally never lifts a finger around the house, despite supposedly being a stay-at-home housewife.
Wow. Are you being serious? Is this really Alice we're talking about? I can't believe it. She seemed like such a good girl.
You and me both. I feel like a character in a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie. She treats me like a live-in slave while she goes out merrymaking with her buddies and spends my money like it grows on trees. She blows it all on frivolous junk like makeup, branded bags, accessories, clothes, all stuff that's way out of our price range. It's like she thinks I'm a freaking millionaire. If I don't keep up with the housework, she starts yelling and berates me like a kid who just wet the bed. Last night was because I forgot to put the mop back in the storage cupboard. I'm at my mental and physical limit. I don't know how much more I can take.
What on earth happened to make her start acting like this? You mean you're doing all the housework on top when working full-time? You must not even have a time to sleep.
Right? I'm more sleep-deprived now than I ever thought was possible. That doesn't stop Alice sleeping in past noon, though. Some days she doesn't even get out of bed. All she does is stares at a damn phone making dumb posts on Peepgram with a friend.
Goodness me, Craig. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is horrible. Are you perhaps reconsidering things? Perhaps she isn't the one for you after all. Surely this must have given you a pause for thought. It's still early days. You wouldn't be the first couple to call it a day before the honeymoon period had worn off, you know.
I think she's just taking me for granted is all. She doesn't mean it deep down. I'm not sure she could cope without me, honestly. I think she'd be lost on her own. Besides, it's not like she's the only one in the wrong. There are times when I don't keep on top of the housework to the standard she expects, so it's not like she shouts at me for no reason. She just praises me occasionally when I do a good job, and in those moments, it's like she's back to her sweet old self again.
Oh my god, Craig. You have to stop this.
Stop what?
I saw a TV documentary on domestic violence once. The victim was speaking about their abuser exactly like you're speaking about Alice right now. They call it codependence.
Codependence?
In any case, it's obvious that this isn't a healthy relationship we're dealing with here. You'll have a nervous breakdown at this rate. I'm worried about you.
A nervous breakdown? Jeez, Mom, don't be dramatic. I'm a big boy. I can take a little stress here and there. It's fine. Sorry if I worried you. Maybe I should have just kept this to myself, huh? I'm really fine, I promise.
Not at all. I'm glad you told me. I want you to promise you'll keep me updated. Never hold anything back from your mother, okay? You can't keep everything bottled up all the time. Letting all that tension build up inside you will be the end of you. When something's bothering you, it's important to get it off your chest. I want you to remember you're free to walk away at any point. No one's forcing you to stay married. It takes two to tango. I'll support you in whatever you do.
Things are fine for now. Really, Mom. I'm just a little tired is all. I'll probably feel silly for telling you all this after a good night's sleep. That said, I can't deny it bugs me how it feels like the more I work, the less money I have.
Are things rough financially?
Rough would be an understatement. Every day is a struggle. We're on the breadline. There are some days I can't even eat dinner because we have that little money.
Good God, Craig. Are you joking me? You're bound to feel ill if you don't eat properly.
You're right. Listen, Mom, I hate to ask you this, but do you think you could lend me some cash? We're barely keeping up with the bills, let alone food.
Of course I will, sweetie. How much do you need?
$2,500 be pushing my luck?
That much?
We have so many bills to pay. We're in arrears on the electric too. They say if we're late one more month, they'll turn the lights out. I'm so sorry, Mom. I feel awful asking you for money.
I see. I'll send it to your bank account before the end of the day. And forget all this nonsense about lending. You can have it. Just make sure Alice doesn't find out about any of this, okay? Get all of your bills paid and then eat a proper meal. That's an order from your mother.
Thanks, Mom, I will. I can't tell you how grateful I am for this. The only time I get a chance to eat lately is during lunch break at the office on weekdays. I can't tell you how happy I am. I'm finally going to be able to eat something I enjoy for the first time in months thanks to you.
Craig, would you like to meet me to have a little word with Alice? No matter which way you look at it, the situation is toxic and we can't let it continue.
No, Mom, please don't say anything to her. I'll talk to myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want her getting angry with me again. Please. You're right, though, we can't go on like this. We need to have a serious discussion about our relationship. It's hard to imagine us having a future together if something doesn't change. I think I feel brave enough to raise the issue with her after speaking to you.
I'm pleased I could be useful, son. But if things get worse, or it seems like they might get worse, I want you to come and speak to me right away. You're my son, and there's nothing you can't tell me. I'll let your dad know too.
I don't mind if you tell him, but will you tell him not to worry? That goes for you too.
We're your parents, Greg. You can't drop a bombshell like this on us and expect us to carry on like nothing happened. Make sure things don't get too heated. I don't want to hear about anyone getting injured. Be careful.
It's okay, I won't do anything rash. Just a nice, peaceful discussion between adults. Mom, I'm sorry. I did my best, but I think I made things worse.
What happened, dear? Didn't the discussion with Alice go well?
It didn't just not go well, she totally flipped out on me. The house was like an episode of Jerry Springer last night. She started flailing around like an escaped mental patient, calling me every name under the sun while frothing at the mouth and throwing things at me. The place is like a tornado here.
Oh my god, are you hurt?
I bled a little when she launched a remote control across the room and it caught me square on the forehead, but I'm fine other than that. It's nothing though, Mom, I swear. I got worse injuries playing soccer as a kid. It's barely even visible unless you come up real close. This is nothing compared to the time my head got cracked open when she pushed me down a flight of stairs.
What? What in God's name am I hearing here?
I got some stitches at the hospital and I'm fully recovered now. Chill, Mom, it's not a big deal. It was my fault for talking back to her. If I'd just done as I was told, it never would have happened. She just got her own back on me for my bad attitude is all. We're even now.
You call being hospitalized after being pushed down a flight of stairs getting even? No matter what you said to her, no matter what you did or didn't do, nothing justifies violence. She's the aggressor here, and she's 100% in the wrong. Why do you insist on covering for her like this? It's like you've been brainwashed. What happened to the Craig I knew?
Mom, please, you have to understand she's not doing this out of malice. I think maybe she's just letting her selfishness get the better of her.
Yes, you made a similar excuse for her psychotic behavior last night too. What was it again? That she was taking you for granted?
I think she's super stressed out. Think about it. I landed my new job the same week we got married and we had to move to Wyoming basically straight away. She has 0 friends here and her neighborhood isn't exactly lively. She's probably just lonely and doesn't know how else to vent her frustrations. She made a lot of sacrifices for me. Being patient with her while she adapts to her new life is the least I can do. Growing pains, and that's all this is.
Pushing you down in a flight of stairs is growing pains? Throwing a remote control at your head is growing pains? Please, Craig, won't you listen to me? Stop justifying her behavior. This is abuse, plain and simple. No matter how many sacrifices she's made, nothing justifies violence. And blindly covering for her like this isn't doing her any favors, you know. She has a problem and she needs help.
I know that, but there's no getting through to her. I've tried talking, but I'm wasting my breath. It just fans the flames.
Right. There's nothing else for it then. I shall speak to her myself. Surely you see there's no other way now?
I'm grateful you want to help me, Mom. Really, I am, but it'll only make her worse. You don't have to deal with the fallout if she gets pissed off, but I have to live in the same house as her. I'm scared she'll take revenge on me. There's no telling what she might do next.
Is Alice really that dangerous?
I actually told her about the conversation me and you had yesterday. I said I had a chat with you, and it made me realize there were some things the two of us needed to discuss. That's when she saw red and started throwing stuff across the room. She was like a demon. When she calmed down, she said I have to cut my pain in the backside parents out of my life.
Pain in the backside?
Sorry, Mom, there's no telling what she might do next. I actually told her about the conversation me and you had yesterday. I said I had a chat with you, and it made me realize there were some things the two of us needed to discuss. She's mad with you now too because of how clumsily I approached the whole thing. Just like she says, I can't do anything right. I don't think it'll take much more for her to go completely off the deep end. Last night was the angriest I've ever seen her. I think things just got serious, Mom. Please, you have to be careful. Don't do anything that might upset her. She could do something dangerous.
She's already dangerous. What are we supposed to do? Wait until she kills you? I'm terrified for you, Craig. Who's to say that you'll get off with just a scratch on your head next time?
She won't do anything if we don't provoke her. And Mom, she told me I'm not allowed to speak to you anymore, which means in the spirit of not provoking her, I have to keep my distance from you now. I'm so sorry about this, but I just know she'll calm down if I do what she says. Maybe we can start speaking again when she chills out a little. Please, Mom, I'm begging you here. Please understand.
When you say keep your distance, how long for?
until she calms down.
And when will that be?
Don't worry, Mom. I know she'll ease up if I just do as she says. She'll probably even forget she was mad at you as well, and we can all go back to normal. I'm gonna keep my head down and stay on top of the housework for a while. I'll be in touch again when she shows signs of improving, so please just hang on for a while, okay? Us messaging like this only makes her angrier.
Alice knows we're messaging each other?
Yeah, but don't worry, she gave me permission to talk to you today. But I don't think she'll be so lenient going forward. I only got the go-ahead this time because I agreed to break things off with you. She said she's going to be doing nightly checks on my phone from now on until I can prove I can be trusted.
Good God, Craig. She's like a dictator.
Maybe so. Alice makes the rules in this household. Look, Mom, the bottom line here is I need you to stop messaging me for a while. I'll be in big trouble if you don't.
Craig, divorce your wife. This is domestic violence.
Mom, please, she has a good side too. Don't even say things like that.
She's not the reason you're getting a divorce. You're the problem here. I know you know what I mean.
Me? Did I do something wrong? Whoa there, Mom, just hang on a sec. You do know how horribly Alice has been treating me all this time, don't you?
Do not play dumb with me, boy. I know it was all lies.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
You mean you have no intention of admitting it? I was hoping we could resolve this without me having to resort to extreme measures. But if you insist on playing dumb, then you leave me with no choice.
Playing dumb? I don't know what you mean.
I went to your house.
Why? I told you not to do anything that might upset Alice. Damn it, Mom.
Because I was ready to drag you back to my house kicking and screaming if I had to. I was obviously worried sick after you told me all those lies about what she was doing to you. What did you expect? Your car wasn't in a drive when I arrived, and I had no intention of meeting Alice at that point, so I waited near the house for you to come home.
Huh? And what exactly was this?
Yesterday evening, I waited outside the house between 5 to 7 p.m. Then Alice came out. She was taking out trash. My jaw almost hit the floor when I saw the state of her.
Why?
Because she looked terrible. I've never seen someone so run down. I barely recognized her. She was gaunt and emaciated. She must have been at least 10 kilograms lighter than when I last saw her. Her arms were covered in bruises, and her eyes were so hollow it was like I was looking at a real-life zombie. Alice is the one being treated horribly, isn't she?
No.
She agreed to show me her phone. I felt sick when I saw your message history. You were the one controlling her all along. You banned her from going out and seeing her friends. You checked her phone every night. And if that wasn't bad enough, you hit her if the housework wasn't done perfectly.
Yeah, you spoke to Alice. Are you at a place now?
I took her to the hospital. Then I took her back to her parents' house where she can be finally safe.
Her parents' house?
I know all about how you talked her parents into keeping their distance from you both. You isolated her from her own family so they wouldn't find about you and your evil campaign of abuse against their poor daughter. I have to admit, you're a good actor. You had the wood well and truly pulled over my eyes. You even pretended to cover her for her supposed abuse against you to make me think she had you under some kind of spell.
What do you plan on doing with Alice? Give her back, she's my wife!
I don't plan on doing anything with her. You may be not aware of this, but she's an independent human being with a will of her own, and she wants a divorce. Her family are furious. I had to stop her dad driving over and kicking your ass. I never seen him so livid. She's staying with her parents for now. As for me, I'll be driving home and telling her father. We owe her parents a formal apology.
Why are you guys deciding everything by yourselves without asking me what I want? She's my wife and I'm the man of this household.
You lost your right to say when you viciously abused her. That poor girl. You're getting a divorce and that's final.
Mom, You have to do something to stop this. Alice's big bro knocked down my door. When I opened it, he forced his way in and lifted me off the floor by the scruff of my neck. Then he started screaming in my face about how I abused his sister.
I see. Her brother's a fisherman, right?
He's built like a tank, at least twice the size of me. Had the most murderous look on his face. I thought he was actually going to kill me. He was more like a demon than a human being.
What did you expect? Anyone would turn into a demon if someone treated their sister like that.
Are you listening to me, Mom? I said he lifted me up by the scruff of my neck. You can't just go around doing stuff like that. He's crazy. Needs to be in a psych ward. No way is he a fisherman. How could a barbarian like that hold down a respectable job? You sure he isn't an escaped convict?
After all the horrible things you did to his sister, you're lucky all he did to you was lift you by the scruff of your neck. People have been killed for less. You're such a vile, despicable waste of space of a human being. I wish I had roughed you up some more. You got off easy.
Mom, what the hell? Don't say that. I'm your son.
Did he say anything else? What about the compensation?
Yeah, compensation was mentioned. He said I was going to owe her tens of thousands of dollars, and if I didn't pay it, he threatened to pound my skull in until I have no teeth left.
Good. It's time to take responsibility for your actions. The doctors gave us medical certificates listing all of Alice's injuries when I took her to the hospital. Between that and the chat logs, we have more than enough evidence for the court case. You're not worming out of this way, one boy.
Jesus Christ, Alice is taking me to court? She lost her mind, and you, Mom. What's gotten into you? It's like you're completely on her side. I'm your son.
You deserve to pay compensation for all the pain and suffering you caused that poor girl. You'll also be giving me back every last cent of the money you tricked me into giving you. I talked things with your father.
What did Dad say?
That piece of trash ain't no son of mine anymore. He deserves everything that's coming to him. You're on your own now. You made your bed. Now lie in it.
What the? You and Dad are abandoning your own son.
Not only did you subject your poor wife to a malicious campaign of physical and psychological abuse, but you tricked me and your dad into thinking you were the victim.
Well, that was just...
Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it. I'm sure that even if she did end up reaching to the breaking point and divorcing you before we found out, you would have painted her as the aggressor and pinned the reason for the divorce on her. You would have turned everyone against her and driven further down into the depths of despair. You use social media, right?
I have a few accounts. Why?
I saw the post of your Peepgram page, listing all the things you did to Alice. When Alice divorces this monster and he tries painting her as the aggressor, don't believe a word out of it. He's a twisted psycho and needs a locking up.
Why, it says that on my page? Since when? What the hell, Mom?
Were you too distracted by our chats to notice?
Who the hell posted that?
Your sister. Isn't she clever? I could never begin to understand all the social media business, but I have to admit, I was impressed by her quick thinking.
Kelly did this? So basically my whole family is ganging up on me to ruin my life.
Correction. Your whole family is furious with you for what you did to that poor girl. Your friends and co-workers can see your Peepgram page, right? They'll all be on their lunch breaks now. I wonder how many people already know what a sicko you are.
Oh my god, my phone's blowing up with messages.
Who from?
The people who saw that slanderous crap on my Peepgram page, duh! What the hell have you done? Make her take it down now! If these posts stay up, my life is over! God, my life might already be over!
You lied to and deceived your own family, Craig. If we don't cover ourselves now before everything blows up, who's to say what you might do next? You're clearly a very sick man with no regard for anyone but yourself. We did it to protect Alice, too. You made it abundantly clear what she means to you. What's destroying her reputation compared to the hell you've already put her through in that house? You'd paint her as the monster to save your own skin in a heartbeat, and you wouldn't lose a week of sleep over it.
No way, I'd never do that!
Don't be ridiculous. Of course you would. We don't even recognize you anymore, Craig. I shudder to think what else you might be capable of.
If my life gets ruined over this, it's all your fault.
We've already resigned ourselves to what lies ahead for you. The only one who tried to ruin anyone's life was you. It's my job as your mother to read you your last rites. After that, me and my husband ordered Craig to come over to our house. Everyone from both families rushed over, and a meeting was convened. Alice's big brother immediately sprang out of his chair and started yelling at him in a blaze of righteous fury. Craig shrunk into a crumpled heap on the floor and cried his eyes out like a baby. We extracted both Alice's compensation and the money he tricked out of me, without the matter going to court. The post on his social media led to the story breaking out to the local press after the internet pitchfork mob kicked things into a higher gear, and he had no choice but to delete his accounts and go into hiding. However, the complete and utter destruction of his reputation isn't something that will ever go away. There's not a soul in the world who trusts or respects my son now. After a very brief discussion with my husband, we decided to break off all contact with him. I can only assume he must have felt like we betrayed him, because he never tried to contact us again. Craig has 2 younger sisters, but neither of them want anything to do with him either. He's universally despised and only has himself to blame. It felt like my son died when I found out what he'd been doing. I can't help but feel a tinge of sadness, but I realize I didn't lose anything. I just got to know the real him. I don't regret a thing about how things played out in the end. Apparently, Alice is back to her old self now, after being away from her abuser for a while. She's back to being the bright, cheerful young lady I once knew her as. Her parents told me she married a childhood friend from her hometown a few years after the Craig saga. Well, I hope she finds true happiness this time. Hi Zach, how was your lunch that I packed for you today?
Yeah. I'd have to give it a 50 out of 100.
Wait, it was that bad?
Well, listen. The looks of this thing was like something they ate back in the 50s. It's like something that my grandma was making for my mom back in the day. Well, I suppose you're not the youngest woman around, though.
But I made sure to put all your favorite foods in there for you. Of course, I had to make sure to keep your meal balanced.
And I am getting all the nutrition I need. But this all looks like something from a dumpster, and eating it in front of others here is embarrassing. I'd rather be eating a pre-made meal from a gas station over this. Tomorrow I hope you can make me something much better than this, though.
Alright. Hey, Zach? Did I do something to upset you recently?
Huh? Why are you asking me that?
Well, ever since we've gotten married, haven't you felt like the two of us have grown a little distant? Before it felt like, it felt like you were a lot nicer to me. And you'd always compliment the meals I made for you and everything, right?
It's a known fact that after marriage, the relationship dynamics change. Do you think the love we had before can carry on forever?
What? I'm not talking about the love we have for one another. I just feel as though I'm not getting the same respect from you as I once did.
Well, from now on, you and I are going to be together for years to come, right? Are you saying you're not enjoying our relationship right now?
Are you saying that this is the way you normally act then?
Yes.
Does this mean when we were dating, you were just acting all your kindness out?
I wasn't acting it all out for you, but I will say that I felt pretty tired after a while sometimes. I mean, back then you were still a stranger to me and all. But now we are a married couple, so I can act like I want and say what I really mean. You should start doing the same.
And I have been acting the way I normally do ever since we started to become serious.
never cared about you dropping out from high school.
The real reason you married me is because I dropped out before story.
Daisy, about that project proposal you just sent me. The files you attached to the email were for a different project.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I must have attached the wrong ones by mistake. I'll have it resent in a jiffy.
It's fine this time because you only sent them to me. But if you did this with a client, we'd be in big trouble for all kinds of data breaches. We don't sign those NDAs for fun, you know. They're legally binding, and we have to honor them. If a client sees us being so lax with other companies' data, it wouldn't be weird they thought we were being careless with theirs too. Please, be more careful from now on. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
If you make another careless mistake with client data, your head could end up on the chopping block.
Right. I understand. It won't happen again.
I hope you don't think I'm being too hard on you, Daisy. Your proposals are usually A grade, but all it takes is one careless mistake to cancel out all of that hard work. You worked real hard to come up with this proposal over the last week, right?
Right.
Wouldn't it be a shame if it all came to nothing over a careless mistake? You seem to be making a lot of careless mistakes these days.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's Daisy. Your husband's my boss.
Bruce hasn't put down his freaking phone all evening, so I just had to grab it to figure out if he was cheating on me. I thought I was about to catch him red-handed. But I see you were just talking about work.
I'm really sorry to keep him
drink, that is.
Oh, really?
Really? There are a few other nice bars and restaurants in the area too. It's actually a real popular spot. You're off work tomorrow, right? You can always head home after grabbing a bite to eat.
Oh, you seem really knowledgeable on this part of town. How come?
Me and my wife head down there a few times a month. Have been doing so for years. I know all the best places for a drink and bite to eat.
Cool! Are there any Italian restaurants a girl can go to on her own? I could murder a bolognese right about now. And a glass of wine or two to wash it down with wouldn't hurt either.
I've got you covered. There's an Italian restaurant next door to the burger place I just mentioned. It's pretty unique, actually. It's a cafe by day and a restaurant by night. They're open till late, and I can personally vouch for the exquisiteness of the bolognese.
It's a cafe in the daytime? Now that's trendy.
Right? It's crazy popular too. I often see women enjoying a drink on their own at night. It sounds perfect for you.
No kidding.
This is kinda embarrassing, but I forgot what it's called. Give me a sec to look it up. I'll send you the address.
Sorry to trouble you with this, Bruce. Thanks so much. It's been ages since I enjoyed a nice glass of wine. I can't wait to let my hair down.
Remember to drink sensibly. I know it's your day off tomorrow, but 2-day hangovers are a thing. Thanks again for today. I really appreciate you staying late for the meeting. Be careful on the way home.
Don't worry. I'm driving, so I have no choice but to behave myself. Thanks again, Bruce. Have a good night. recommended when I saw her wandering around at the side of a road.
Wait, so this all started 3 days ago when they were due to fly? Are you telling me my Cassia's been all on her own for 3 days straight?
Looks like it. It's only natural she'd want to escape. I'm actually amazed that she was able to sit tight for so long, all on her own in a strange house.
How is she? Is she hurt?
No, she seems fine. She just seems confused is all, which is only natural. She said her mom left her a bunch of food, so it wasn't like she was starving or anything. From what she tells me, it mainly consisted of candy and potato chips, but still, food is food.
Wow, I see. I'm so relieved she's safe.
She says the house she escaped from isn't very far from where I found her. But I wonder who the mystery guy is. Any ideas?
Nothing. My wife has a lot of friends.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but I got a feeling they're more than just friends. She wouldn't be lying to you and acting so suspiciously if they were. Plus, she tried to keep Cassia from talking. This can only be one thing.
God damn it! You're right. Actually, come to think of it, there is someone who comes in line. Remember the friend I told you about earlier? The one who lives near the station at all those restaurants, who me and my wife always go out to see? Me and my wife have known him for 10 years.
You think it's him?
It's hard to believe, but his house is nearby. I just got in the taxi. I'll be with you in 15. Is there somewhere nice and warm you guys can wait?
There's a Pete Donald's nearby. They're open 24/7. I'll head over and get Cassia a Pete burger. Lord knows she could do with eating something that isn't candy.
Thanks, Daisy. She'll love that. Hold tight. I won't be long. Hey, Carrie. You guys having fun in Italy?
Oh, you betcha! Cassia's having a blast. She's playing in the pool at the minute. I'm so pleased we came.
Is she now? I see. That's strange, because Cassia's asleep on my lap as we speak.
What are you talking about?
I wonder who that is playing in the pool if Cassia's here with me. It sure as heck can't be her, because you left her on her own in some strange house and got on a plane to Italy with some guy.
How do you know that?
Because someone found our daughter, took her in, and gave me a call.
Someone took her? No, this should not be happening. Who? Why? How?
That's exactly why I want to ask you. You're right, this most definitely should not be happening. The person who took her in off the streets is here with me now. Here, I'll put her on.
Hi, Carrie. This is Daisy.
Daisy? Who's Oh, wait, my husband's employee?
Yes. I found your daughter wandering around by the side of the road all on her own while driving home after going for a drink and a bite to eat after work. I took her in and called your husband immediately.
Thanks for doing that.
You're welcome. Now, forgive me if this is a rude thing to say to my boss's wife, but you're the worst mother on the planet.
Excuse me?
It's bad enough that you lied to Bruce, but to leave your daughter all on her own at your lover's house while you jet off abroad together? It's almost hard to believe a person would behave so despicably.
My lover? He's not my lover. No, you've got this all wrong. Don't comment on things you don't know nothing about, you dumb bitch.
Who knows what could have happened to Cassia if I hadn't found her? It was cold, dark, and there were drunk people everywhere. She was terrified. Your lover's holiday was obviously far more important to you than your own daughter.
Quit sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This has nothing to do with you. Outsiders should keep their mouths shut about things they don't know nothing about.
If you're so wild about your lover boy that you'd leave your daughter all on her own to spend time with him, why did you even bother taking her in the first place? Are you stupid?
I'm not the stupid one. I wanted to go on my own, but my stupid husband insisted I take her with me. He said he couldn't look after her because he was so busy with work. What was I supposed to do? I couldn't reschedule the holiday, so it was either take her or not go. And there wasn't a way I was going to call it off.
You wanted to be with him that badly, huh? He must be a special guy. The fact that your husband funded the whole thing just tops it all off. He paid for you to go abroad and cheat on him while you left your daughter on her own in some strange house.
Oh, why did that little moron have to go and escape? She ruined all my plans.
Your plans were ruined the moment your boyfriend flipped out at you for bringing her. There was no way it was ever gonna work. The fact you still tried, in spite of that being so patently obvious, astonishes me. Did you seriously think you could stop a 5-year-old girl from telling anyone she'd been left on her own for an entire week with nothing to eat except candy and potato chips?
A 5-year-old girl should do what she's told. That idiot!
You're the idiot for thinking you were gonna get away with this in the first place. And please, are you really blaming Cassia for this? You just don't know when to give up, do you?
Tell me, how's Chris doing today? How's he finding the Italian climate? Jeez, I mean, what kind of buddy bangs your wife behind your back? Friendship's not what it used to be.
I'm so sorry, Bruce.
We're getting a divorce.
No, please. I didn't mean any of that stuff I just said. I was just mad, that's all. I lost my temper when that meddling bitch from your company started sticking her nose in our business. It's not true. I don't love him.
I'd prefer if you were a little nicer to Daisy. She took our daughter in off the streets,
have to let you know that there's a good chance your husband and daughter aren't going to be around anymore when you get back from your holiday.
No. No. You need to tell my husband. You need to tell him I'm getting on the first flight back so we can talk this through. Tell him to wait.
Even if I told him, I really don't think it'd change anything. Oh, he did tell me something one time, though. I guess I may as well let you know. It could help you make your sense of your predicament.
What is it? What did he say?
He told me that no matter how good you usually are at your job, one careless mistake is all it takes to ruin all of your hard work. You said you worked hard to be the perfect wife. But marriage, just like work, has to be based on a solid foundation of trust. Which means your contract just got terminated. See ya! Bruce got the ball rolling with the divorce immediately. He won custody of Cassia, and the whole thing went through without a hitch. He told me his wife and her lover apologized profusely to him. But forgiveness was the last thing on his mind, and he was merciless in extracting as much compensation as possible from them in court. Then, he invited Carrie and Loverboy to a family meeting with both sets of parents present, where they were savagely condemned from all sides. Apparently, unable to handle the stress of it all, they both turned as white as sheets and broke down in tears. Talk about catharsis! Bruce is a nice guy, but he can be ruthless when he needs to be. I learned a valuable lesson. Never get on his bad side. He's just as strict as ever at work, but I feel like this whole thing brought us closer. And he's a lot easier to speak to now. Sometimes, he even talks to me about his daughter. Relationships with bosses can be up there with in-laws in terms of difficulty, so I feel blessed to have one as great as Bruce. Here's hoping we carry on getting along this well.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey Jessica, I just got done cleaning up the house for the time being. I bought you that pregnancy pillow you wanted too.
Thanks, Kevin. You're the best. I bet I'll sleep like a baby now.
You finished up at the salon yet? You said you'd be heading back around the evening, right? Want me to come pick you up? Your stomach's the size of a hot air balloon. I bet moving around must be tough for you these days. I don't mind coming to get you if you want me to, babe.
About that. I'll be done at the salon soon, but my friends just messaged me asking if I want to join her out for a meal later on. So I'm gonna head straight out to meet her from the salon. Thanks for the offer though, sweetie.
Oh, you said you wanted macaroni and cheese today. I was gonna make you some. I even went and bought the ingredients.
Oh, sorry, hun. Can we do a rain check on the macaroni cheese until your next day off work? I don't have any plans then.
Sure thing. The next day off it is. If you're going out for a meal, does that mean you'll be back late? I don't want you walking around in the dark while you're that pregnant. Let me know when you're ready to come home, and I'll drive out and get you.
Oh, it's fine. My friend said she'd drop me off. Don't worry about it. Just relax and enjoy your day off.
I see. In that case, I'm gonna chill on the sofa with a bottle of Bud and watch the football.
Sounds like fun. Sorry again, honey. I feel bad knowing you went out and bought me all that stuff. But the baby will be here soon, and I wanted to see my friend again one last time before our lives changed forever.
Fair enough. You did say you wanted to see her before the birth. Things will never be the same again, that's for sure. It'll probably be harder to make time to see people when we've got the little one to look after, so it's probably for the best that you fit it in now while there's still room to breathe. Don't sweat it, babe. I hope you have a good time.
Thank you. I intend to have a blast. Sensibly, of course. I'm gonna enjoy my freedom as much as I can while I still have it.
Jeez, you make it sound like a prison sentence. I'll be around to help out with the baby when I can, you know. We'll make sure you always have time for yourself, okay? I promise.
Thanks, honey. You're so kind and dependable. I feel lucky to have you. All right, well, I'm gonna go gossip and enjoy some delicious food with my friend now.
All right. If you start feeling uneasy or nauseous or anything, just give me a shout, and I'll be out in a jiffy. I'll make sure I don't get too drunk to drive.
I will, thanks. You need some you time as well, though. Don't forget that, honey.
You don't have to do all the housework every single day on my behalf. I'm still capable of doing some things myself, albeit very slowly. All work and no play makes Kevin a stressed boy.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I can assure you Kevin doesn't mind. I've been going out in the van at work doing countryside deliveries every day lately, so I'm more than refreshed enough as it is. I want to do everything I can to make this whole thing as stress-free as it can be for you. No amount of housework could compare to the toll 9 months of pregnancy followed by childbirth must take on your mind and body. I can't make that any easier for you, but there are some things I can do, and I intend to do them to the best of my ability.
You're so dependable.
Besides, you're going back to your parents' place for a home birth, so you won't be around at the house much longer.
This again? I thought you'd be over the whole home birth thing by now.
Your parents live a long way away, which means I'm not going to be able to make it for the birth because of my work schedule.
Maybe not, but don't worry. I'll be home a month later. It'll fly by and we'll be together again before you know it. Surely you can bear to be without me for just a little while?
I want to meet my baby when it's born, not a month later. Maybe I should go on leave from work after all.
No. That just won't do. You said it yourself. Your company's just about to enter the busiest time of year. They need you there, Kevin. You can spend all the time you want with the baby when I come home. Do your job, slacker.
Fine, point taken. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to get to work on making your lunchbox for tomorrow. This time, it's honey roast ham with cheddar and sun-dried tomatoes in a soft, thick crust bread.
Sounds delish. Can't wait, honey. Thanks a bunch.
All right, catch you later. Have fun with your friend. Don't do anything too crazy.
Like he had a strong sense of responsibility. He probably just feels bad about leaving you all behind. It's a shame, though. I always liked him. It would have been nice to see him one last time before he left.
I'll pass on the kind words. He'll like that. I'll tell him he's welcome at our place anytime, once things have calmed down for him at his new job. Whether he'll come or not is another question, but at least I'll let him know that there's no hard feelings.
Good idea, babe. I think you should. Oh, it looks like people are lining up to board the plane. Gotta shoot!
Okay, babe. Safe flight. Send my love to your parents. Morning, Martha. How are you? It's Kevin.
Kevin? Hi, it's been a while. I'm doing well, thanks. And yourself?
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm not so bad, thanks.
It's not like you to message me. Is everything okay? Did something happen?
I wanted to send you guys some money to help out with your living costs, what with having Jessica over and all. But she said you didn't need it and turned me down. I still really want you to have it though.
Living cost?
Yeah, well, it's been really kind of you to take her in for the home birth, and you've always been really supportive towards us both. I know you might not necessarily need it, but I'd be really happy if you let me give you some money to help out. It breaks my heart that I couldn't get away from work for long enough to be there for the due date, so I'm counting on you guys to look after Jessica until the birth. There's nothing I can do stuck back at home, so I'd really appreciate it if you'd accept this money. I feel like then I could at least be of some use.
Wait, what? Hang on a sec. Huh? I haven't heard anything about a home birth. Jessica's not at our house.
What? But she left home to go stay with you yesterday. She even messaged me saying she arrived at your place. She messaged me an hour ago, saying that you just made her pancakes for breakfast.
We don't even have any pancakes. Jessica's not here with us, Kevin, I assure you. Did she really say she was coming back here for a home birth? Is this some kind of April Fool's joke? No, it's September. What's going on, Kevin?
I'm not joking. She said she was staying with you and your husband until a month after the birth. She said you guys had discussed this at length and had it all planned for a while. She left the house yesterday. She even kept me updated on when her flight departed and landed. Have you heard from her at all?
She never mentioned anything about a home birth. She did confide in me about something a little while ago, though.
Something?
I'm sorry, Kevin. I feel awful to have to ask you this, but am I right in thinking things between you and my daughter haven't been going so well lately?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Huh? Am I wrong? She said things were so bad she was considering divorce.
Say what now? Divorce? What the hell? We haven't even argued since she fell pregnant. I mean, I'm not sure if I can call this a fight, but the only kind of friction we've had over the last 9 months was when I disagreed with her going to live with you guys for a home birth, because it would mean I couldn't be there for it. But it never got out of hand, and I'm super grateful for Jessica and everything she does for me. I'm looking forward to the birth more than anything.
That's funny. She told me you haven't so much as lifted a finger when it comes to things like helping her get around or doing things around the house. She said you're constantly out getting drunk and gambling with your friends.
What the heck? That's just not true. Sure, I had a few drinks last night, but that was only because work was throwing a leaving party for one of my coworkers, and there was certainly no gambling involved. It's the first time I've been out drinking in half a year. I was hardly hyped about the idea, but I've known the guy for years, and I would have felt bad if I wasn't there for his send-off party. Besides, I rush home from work as early as I possibly can every day to help out with the housework.
Really, Kevin? Are you telling me the truth?
I swear on my life I am. None of this makes any sense. Why would she tell you all these lies about me? She's been messaging me like everything was going along, just like she said the whole time.
Do you think she could be planning to run away from home?
Surely, if that was the case, she wouldn't bother replying to me at all.
Good point. I wonder what on earth could be going on with her. Listen, Kevin, I'm a firm believer that marriage is based on openness, trust, and communication, which is why I told her I think she should talk things through with you. I said there was a chance you might change after the baby was born, and advised her not to make any brash decisions. I said she should take some time to think things through and see how everything plays out.
I see.
I'll be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea why Jessica would lie like this, but maybe she just needs some time. Would you mind holding off on controlling her for a little while? Maybe I can get to the bottom of this without any fireworks going off. The fact that she's still messaging you must mean she hasn't decided to divorce you just yet. I'm gonna give her a call now. I won't mention anything about what you just told me for the time being. Let's see if we can't figure out what's going on here.
Alright. She probably wouldn't tell me where she was, or where she really was, even if I asked her right now. It's probably for the best that you be the one to do this. I hate to trouble you, Martha, but please, do what you can.
Trouble? Don't be silly. This is yours, my daughter's, and my grandchild's lives we're talking about here. I'm sorry she lied to you. You must be beside yourself with worry.
Yeah, I can't deny it. I'm desperate to know what's going on. But if she's stressed, I don't want to make it even worse by bombarding her with questions and making her feel pressured. If she feels like I'm not giving her enough space, then she might never come home again. I want to avoid that at all costs.
You're right. We have to avoid potentially agitating her and making her do something drastic. Don't worry, I'll be as polite and indirect as possible when I call her. I'll just see if I can figure out where she is at the time being. I won't pressure her for any explanations.
Got it. That sounds good.
I'll be in touch as soon as I know anything. All right, Kevin. Leave it with me.
Hey, sweetie! Did you see the pic of our daughter I sent earlier? How cute is she?
Yep.
Yep. I just gave birth to your daughter, Kevin. I knew it. You've been depressed ever since I went to my mom and dad's for the home birth, haven't you?
I don't know. Am I depressed?
You must be. Aren't you being a blunt considering I just gave birth to our daughter?
Sorry, I'm a little tired.
Have you been overdoing it at work? I do wish you'd remember to chill out every now and then.
Right.
Anyway, it's about our daughter's name. We have to decide on something soon. We have to register the birth certificate. Do you mind if I decide the name? I kind of already have something in mind.
Knock yourself out. I'd prefer if you held off on filling in the birth certificate for now, though.
Huh? Why?
I need you to hand in divorce papers first.
Huh? Divorce papers? Why?
I think you know exactly why.
What's that supposed to mean? Of course I don't know why. Have you lost your mind? None of what you're saying makes any sense. Why? Why would we get a divorce? Our daughter was born 3 days ago. What's gotten into you, baby? Are you drunk?
I'm sober as a judge. What's gotten into me is that I know that kid's not mine.
What? Of course she's yours. What are you talking about? No way. Oh my god, did you meet someone else while I've been away with my parents?
Nah, you're the one who met someone else.
What's that supposed to mean? How could I? I've been pregnant for the last 9 months.
You cheated on me before the pregnancy. The real dad is my old coworker, Richard.
Huh?
I also know everything you said about going to live with your parents for a home birth was a big steaming pile of bullcrap. I know you gave birth at the hospital you've been going to for checkups all this time. I know you were at Loverboy Richard's house until the very moment you went into labor. I know everything.
No way. Where are you getting this all from? It's not true, baby. Surely you must have heard that from my mom about me being with her and dad?
That's only because you put her up to it. You said things weren't going well between us and you needed some space. So you asked her to go along with your act that you were going back to stay with her. Me and your mom know everything. We know you've been at Richard's house this whole time.
I don't understand.
I got in touch with your mom the day after you left. When I did, she told me you were nowhere to be seen and that she didn't know anything about a home birth. Our wires got crossed in the confusion, but eventually it became clear something fishy was going on. She agreed to try and figure out where you were.
What? You mean you and my mom tricked me?
You've got some nerve to accuse me of trickery after getting plowed by some other dude behind my back and lying to me for over a year? Apparently you told your mom you were staying at a friend's house for a while because you needed some space to clear your head. But I did some digging, and it turns out you've been at my old coworker Richard's house the whole time. My jaw almost hit the floor. In spite of that, you sent me this bullshit messages every day about how you were relaxing and taking it easy at your mom and dad's place. My world got flipped turned upside down in an instant.
No, you've got this all wrong. I just ended up at Richard's by chance. It's not what you're thinking. I bumped into him randomly when I was taking some time to clear my head and think about what to do. We got talking and, well, he offered me his spare room.
Cut the crap! Why the heck would he offer you his spare room in the first place?
Well, I kinda told him I wasn't sure if me and you had a future together. I said I needed some space to clear my head, and well, that's when he offered.
Even if all that was true, why the hell would you actually say yes? There were any number of places you could have gone if you needed space. What about your parents? What about your friends? Your story reeks of bullcrap.
But if I went to stay with my parents, I just knew my mom would be bombarding me with questions about what was going on between us, and I didn't want to burden my friends either. I just thought it would make things more complicated than they already were. That's why I didn't tell my parents anything.
Why are you still going? Didn't I already tell you to cut the crap? I finally know now why Richard started being so cold and distant with me last year. And why he left the company. 'Cause you guys got caught screwing in the stationery cupboard. If you didn't want to be with me, why not just file for freaking divorce? Why'd you have to betray me and trick me into thinking I was gonna be a dad? What you did is unforgivable.
Please just calm down, Kevin. You've got it all wrong. This is all just one big silly misunderstanding, I swear.
Oh, it's a misunderstanding, is it? Well, guess what? I just called Richard over and told him I wanted the truth.
You did what?
He admitted it. He's the dad.
What? You spoke to Richard?
Yes.
He said he was the dad.
Yes.
I see. Fine. Divorce it is.
You're a disgrace. He told me all about how you forced your way into his house after he said he didn't want anything to do with the kid. Who actually goes to their lover's house while lying to their husband about a home birth at their parents? You're the lowest of the low.
He's the one in the wrong for trying to back out when he realized he got me pregnant. He should man up and take responsibility for what he did. The only reason I went to his house is because I thought he might change his mind after seeing his darling daughter's face. But I'm pleased. At least he finally admits he's the dad now.
Only because I made him. If he didn't admit it, you would have been perfectly happy to bring his daughter back home and played happy families with me raising her, thinking she was my own, wouldn't you?
I hadn't thought that far ahead. But you were super excited about the birth, and I guess I'd be lying if I said it hadn't crossed my mind as an option.
Don't screw around with me, bitch. How much of a fool do you have to make me before you'll be satisfied?
Listen, Kevin, you want the truth? You're a nice guy, but you have no sense of humor. I kind of got bored of how you were always so nice to me. It was like I could snap my fingers and have you do whatever I told you at the drop of a hat. I guess it became pretty apparent to me what a pushover you were after we got married, but what could I do then? I felt like I was trapped. Richard, on the other hand, he's bold, masculine, assertive, and oh so handsome. He's my dream guy. He ticks all the boxes. I always feel so alive when we're together.
Interesting. I see. In that case, you'll be disappointed to know that in spite of him admitting that the kid is his, he still has no intention of marrying you or having anything to do with her.
What? Why?
He said you scare him. He admitted that what he did was messed up and apologized. He said he felt so bad about it that he couldn't bring himself to speak to me, which is why he suddenly went all quiet at work right after it happened. Sorry to have to be the one to break it to you, but he says the best he can do is pay child support.
No way, you've got to be kidding me. He created a life and now he won't even take responsibility for it? He thinks he can worm his way out of this by paying child support?
Why are you surprised? He told me he made it clear he wouldn't be able to have any part in the kid's life. As soon as you told him you were pregnant, he said he didn't think you should go ahead with the pregnancy.
That's easy for a man to say, but he has no idea how horrible that would have been for me. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Besides, how is that fair on the baby? To snatch her life away before she even gets a chance to live it due to the selfish actions of her father?
Ahem, aren't you forgetting her mother too? I couldn't agree more though. Now, I understand how heart-wrenching it must have been for you to even have to think about.
When a man gets a woman pregnant, he should put a ring on her finger.
Even if you were married, it doesn't necessarily guarantee the kid a happy life.
What do you propose I do then? How am I supposed to raise her? Please, Kevin, I can't do this on my own.
Not my problem. Richard seemed really stressed out. He said he felt like the weight of the lies was crushing him. He told me everything. He said he felt awful for the baby, but that he'd be lying if he said he had any interest in marrying you.
Oh my god. Why? Where am I supposed to go from here?
This is what you get for acting so recklessly, with no thought for the consequences. Richard says all communications between you will go through his lawyer from now on. That includes the child support. We're getting a divorce. I'll need your signature on these papers at some point.
Oh my god. Where am I supposed to go now?
Your mom said you were welcome to stay with her and your dad until you had your life back on track. Relax. It's not like you're gonna end up homeless or anything. Not that it would be my problem if you did. Go stay with your parents.
In the middle of nowhere? You mean I have to raise this little girl on my own?
Are you seriously complaining that your parents live in the countryside? You should just be grateful you have somewhere to go. Not all parents will be as forgiving after finding out their daughter did what you did.
No, I can't do this. I can't raise her without a dad. I can't raise her on my own.
You can, and you will. Is this how little you think of your daughter? Children are not some tool to satisfy your lust. This is what you get for trying to use your body to make Richard feel trapped into marrying you. I'm not gonna make any excuses for the guy, but you're in the wrong too.
Kevin, I'm so sorry.
Give it a rest. I don't care.
I've been the world's biggest fool. I should have never betrayed you. This is all my fault.
I'm glad you finally realized.
I betrayed you even though you were always there for me, even though you bent over backwards to make sure I never wanted for anything and that I was always happy. You're a good man and I don't deserve you. I'm so sorry.
You're right. You don't deserve me, which is why we're done. Save the apologies because they won't change anything. There's nothing I can do for you now. You're on your own.
But surely you want to meet your daughter. She's so cute, baby. I just know you're going to love her. Just because you're not related by blood doesn't mean you can't raise her as your own. So, what do you say, honey? Are you gonna step up to the plate?
Step up to the plate and raise another man's offspring?
Please, Kevin, don't be like that. Let's raise her together as a team. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
Would you give it a rest already? You're like a broken record. Do you have any idea how I felt when I found out you lied to me about going back to your folks for a home birth? Do you have any idea how I felt when I found out the reason you lied to me was because you were pregnant with my ex-coworker's daughter? I felt like I was losing my mind.
I'm so sorry. I know I screwed up. I can't tell you how sorry I am, sweetie. I'm filled with nothing but regret, shame, and disgust with myself. You deserve better than this. I'm so sorry.
The time for apologies is past.
But you were so looking forward to the birth. Don't you remember? You were buying me and the baby presents, taking me out shopping, singing her songs as she kicked in my belly. It was just you, me, and her, our little family. This little girl would be overjoyed to call you her daddy. I just know it.
Not happening. The only reason I was excited is because I thought she was my kid.
Kevin, please, I'm sorry. I'll do all of the housework from now on. The house will sparkle like it's never sparkled before. Not just that, but you can leave all of the baby stuff to me. Please, don't divorce me. Anything but divorce. Listen, how about we just try living together for a month at first? Think of it as an experiment. If it doesn't work out, then fine, we can go our separate ways. I'm begging you, won't you at least give us a chance?
A chance? Do you seriously think you deserve another chance after what you did? You had every opportunity to come clean about it. The only reason I found out is because you were sloppy. You made me think I was the father. As if that's bad enough, the only reason you're crawling back to me now is because the actual daddy wouldn't put a ring on your finger. I'd have to be insane to give you another chance.
Kevin, please! Please forgive me! I'm begging you, please! I was wrong about you. You're not boring. You're kind and sweet and lovely and charming. You're the greatest guy I know. Please forgive me, sweetie, for the sake of this little girl.
How could we be together now? I'll never believe another word that comes out of your mouth. Stop using the kid as a tool to try and guilt me into providing for you. I couldn't care less about what happens to you now. Let's face it, even if we did get back together, you'd only end up getting bored and cheating again, because I'm such a pushover. I divorced Jessica immediately after that. Of course, she was adamant she wouldn't go along with it at first, but there was no choice her parents would ever let that slide. They gave her the dressing down of a lifetime and forced her to sign the divorce papers while she sobbed uncontrollably. Legend has it her father's yelling could be heard from 7 blocks away. After she got discharged from hospital, she took her daughter and they both started living with her parents while getting by on child support from Richard. I technically owed her half of the money from our house, but since she owed me a hefty sum in compensation, her mom and dad officially prohibited me from giving her a single cent. No objections here. With that, Jessica, under the duress of the cold, disdainful glares from her parents, agreed to call it quits on the money from the house. Last I heard, she'd completely wasted away and is now so emaciated she resembles a Halloween costume more than a human being. Unfortunately for her parents, that means they have to bear the brunt of raising her daughter. However, being the last people on earth to let her sit around her butt doing nothing all day, they ordered her to get a job if she wasn't going to raise her daughter. Luckily for her, she landed a job at her aunt's company, which happened to be short-staffed. I'm not sure if it's because I blocked her, but I got a letter from her the other day begging me to take her back, lamenting that life without me is meaningless and that every day is a struggle. Obviously, I screwed it up and threw it in the bin. To be honest, I'm so over her that I didn't even feel anything when I read it. I'll never have anything to do with her for as long as I live. She had her chance, and she blew it by betraying me in the cruelest way possible. I know this is a big ask for someone like her, but I want her to take responsibility for what she did and give her daughter that upbringing she deserves. In order to give myself a fresh start in life, I finally decided to leave my old company and join the up-and-coming startup that had been trying to headhunt me for the last few months. They've been making waves in the industry, and I know it's early days, but I see myself going places with them. My old job was stable, but I knew that if I carried on with the same dull, dreary old routine any longer, I'd do nothing but dwell on the past. A new challenge is just what I need to take my mind off things and move on to the next chapter of my life. I only started this month, but I'm already finding it rewarding. My new coworkers are all super supportive. I never would have thought it possible, but in spite of what happened, I'm actually happy and fulfilled in my new life. I'm making a point on focusing on doing things that I enjoy and being kind to myself. Hopefully that way I'll be able to forget all about the traitor as soon as possible. I'm still young. I still have my whole life ahead of me. Far from letting it get me down, I'm going to use this whole experience as an opportunity to build the best, happiest version of myself possible. When you get knocked off your horse, you get right back on it. Every second counts, and there's no time to waste. Let's do this!
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.